true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you Radio Biafra live broadcast by the eminent Supreme Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, the Director of Radio Biafra, and the Supreme Commander of the Armies of Biafra, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The morning broadcast, live and direct, on the 10th day of April, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran restoration websites at www.ipob.org and radiobiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our precious Igbo, both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra.
Good morning, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are. On the face of this very planet, it is my delight and pleasure and duty to welcome each and every one of you this very morning, the morning of Friday, I believe the 10th day of April in the year of our Lord 2015, with the time now standing at very close to 9 minutes past 8 a.m. in the morning here in Biafra land. The same time you have also in the United Kingdom, where Radio Biafra started, and also 9 minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiyama in heaven is always piloting our affairs here on this very earth. Therefore, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, our people now in the western fringes of this very world, those of you in Canada, in USA, in Mexico, in Guyana, in Venezuela, those of you in Chile, the Biafrans you have in Bolivia, those of you that we have also in Brazil, the ones in Trinidad and Tobago, the Biafrans in Jamaica, all over this very planet, there are people listening. Also in Biafra land, they are doing so via CHK 97.6 Biafra FM. In Igbo, Chad, they are listening on 88.0. Elsewhere within the Zoological Republic and the wider Africa at large, men, women, and children, families are congregating around their systems, and we are broadcasting via satellite because we are a satellite broadcaster as well. We are also online, through which and by which most of you living outside the shores of the Zoological Republic was able to contact us and participate in what Chukwu Abiyama said we must bring to his children. And what is that thing we have been commanded to bring? A message of truth, first and foremost, a message of redemption, a message of hope, a message of understanding, and above all, a message of restoration, to restore his kingdom upon the face of the earth, that his children may be free and recognize that only him is worthy of praise. Therefore, this very effort will not stop. As I told you yesterday, we have come again this very morning with the same purpose, with the same intent, with the same ferocity, with the same consistency, with the same belief in this very gospel that we preach, that Biafra is indeed the kingdom of heaven on this very earth. Therefore, anything we can do, anything within our powers we are most likely to do, we must do so to ensure that in the end, his will be done on this earth as it is in heaven, as was prayed by Yahweh Yeshua. Therefore, wherever you are and irrespective of what you are doing, mindless of the time zone that you're in, without regard for what time it is where you are, we encourage you to congregate around your listening device. We encourage you to draw nearer to this very gospel. Our mission is a divine one and also a very simple one: to go and extricate, to go and remove, to go and liberate, to go and set free, to go and break down every chain, every bound of captivity, to set the children of the Most High God free, that they may return to this very land upon where I sit this very morning, to praise him, to honor him, and to worship him as their Lord and their God. Therefore, this very mission we present before the presence of heaven, before the mighty throne of grace of Chukwu Abiyama, as we will always do, to ask heaven to come and abide with his children, to come and guide us, to give us this your word that we may speak it, to give listening ears to your children all over the world listening, that they may accept your message, that they too may be saved, that the death that is to come, the calamity that will befall the damnable, the iniquitous zoological republic may not affect the lives of those of them that you made, Chukwokike, as your children, ostensibly to worship you in spirit and in truth. Therefore, every day we pray, all over the world we ask, all over the world we petition Chukwu Abiyama and the gates of heaven to ask that your will, as you promised us, that will be done on this very earth, is done in our time. That we have come with very clean hands and clear conscience. That we present before you this very morning the plight, the suffering, the pain, the anguish of your children, those about to be thrown into the lagoon in Lagos, those of them being killed in Kanu, those of them running for their lives in Medugri, those of them that lost their lives in Yobe, in Adamawa, those of them that the terrorist and his people killed at Sabongeri, those of them that Awasa Fulani murdered at Nyanya Park bombing in Abuja, the families that will no longer see their loved ones because they have been buried in the north, those that will no longer at least even behold the face or the voice of their loved one because they are now resting in mass graves in Awasa land, which is an abomination where we come from here. We ask you, Chukwu Abiyama, to please go into the heads, into the brains, the minds and hearts of our people, to open it up to receive your word, which is the truth. And that truth is what will set them free. Therefore, in the end, we will do nothing else than to offer you glory, honor. We will uplift your name. We will exalt thee, O Lord of hosts. We will do so in the fullest of knowledge that only you is worthy of praise, as you commanded us to in Exodus chapter 20, because your words will never ever end. It is better for heaven and earth to come to pass than for your words not to be fulfilled. Therefore, we beseech thee, we plead this very morning for you to show us your enduring and abiding love. Sometimes people wonder and say, why do they do this on live radio being listened to all over the world? We say to them, because you will not understand. Our Father is Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. You won't understand it. Because we answer Nwachukwu, the Son of God. You won't understand. Because we come from Omwa and Igwe, the children of the kingdom of heaven. I don't expect you to understand. Because we bear Umuchukwu. We won't expect you to understand all of that because we are the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama. That is why here we are not ashamed to worship the Lord our God. We are not ashamed to proclaim his goodness for humanity to understand. And we do so in truth and in honesty, without any ounce of hypocrisy, because Chukwu Abiyama sees in the dark, and he also sees in the day. And for that very reason, his kingdom will come here. And Radio Biafra will call it down from heaven. IPOB family will receive it. And the rest of mankind will be able to know that we are indeed a very special race. Heaven is waiting. Heaven is watching. And they are with us all the way through. That in the end of all of this whole process, all honor and glory, every adoration and adulation will belong to the mighty name of Chukwu Abiyama. Okike. He said, we welcome you wherever you are, because we are in a live session. Therefore, our lines will open at the appropriate time, and I will encourage you to call Radio Biafra. Those of you who are abroad, some have been complaining. I've spoken to Agunobi this morning. He said he's happy that people from back home are calling all the time, which is understandable. But please, those of you abroad as well can call the number here at home. After all, anytime we travel all over the world, people call from home. Even when they were not on CHK 97.6 or 88.0, they still call. I remember people from home here calling when I was in Australia. When I was in Indonesia, they called. In Malaysia, they called. I was in Thailand, people from home here were calling. In China, they called us as well. When I even traveled to the Philippines to preach this same gospel, people from home here called. As you can see, we are extensively traveled. I see no reason why people abroad cannot call the same line that those of them at home are calling. I know some of you, out of deference, are allowing those at home to call for understandable reasons. The number to call for those of you who are abroad is +234. Maybe because I've not been adding +234, you don't understand. You're supposed to call this number as well. All of you abroad, +234 817 381 3596. I repeat, +234 817 381 3596. If you call that number from abroad, we will also pick your call, you see. It's not just for those of them who are here at home. Our inquiry line, if you want to call it from abroad to offer any assistance or help regarding what we are doing, the number to call is +234 909 077 6589. I repeat, +234 909 077 6589. Once again, I remind each and every one of you, those of you listening from all over the world, that you can join our live interactive session. People are saying we don't hear the voice. So in fact, people abroad are complaining that they've been cut out. We say we have not cut you out. Are we not campaigning for Biafra? We are. I know you are funding it. Those of you abroad are the ones sponsoring Radio Biafra and IPOB activities all over the world. We know that. And those of them here at home are very, very grateful for that. We are very, very grateful for that. And please never, ever, ever forget that people at home are appreciative of the work of IPOB all over the world. They are the people that fund Radio Biafra. They are the ones that make things possible. They are the ones that will continue to make things possible. And of course, those of you at home are more than welcome to also support or help should you have the need, the urge, or the calling to do so. But these lines are open to everybody wishing to speak on Radio Biafra, because this radio station does not belong to anybody. It doesn't belong to a group of people. It belongs to all Biafrans, irrespective of your political inclination, by which I mean the path or the route you have chosen to ensure that Biafra comes in our lifetime. I am not talking about zoo politics. I am talking about the path you have either collectively or individually chosen to pursue this noble enterprise. Therefore, wherever you are, therefore, whatever you are doing, we welcome each and every one of you. Biafra is for everybody. As long as your group has nothing to do with Rocha Sokorocha, we won't have it. Once your group has something to do with APC, we will not have it. Once you are an APC member, you are not welcome here and can never be. Once you're a spokesperson for APC, we don't want you here, because APC is about the rampant and rabid Islamization of which we are implacably opposed to. We don't want it here. This is a holy land. We don't want Islam to taint here. Look at what they're doing now in Israel. They are dragging Jerusalem with those that built Jerusalem. That tells you all you need to know about them. You allow them to come in here, and by the time you know it, we are dividing over into two. Into Awasa land in half, and then maybe Orata with Baristema Meso in the other half. We don't want that to happen here. And to stop it from happening, we need to stop all their agents. Therefore, do not go out to vote. If you go out to vote, there is every possibility you will perish anyway. For your information, you need to understand this. If you don't understand it, then you have not even begun to reason properly like a human being. You still belong to the class or to the group of them that we should always refer to as monkeys and baboons of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We welcome you. Our lines will open, and all of you will be at liberty to call us, irrespective of where you are around this very planet. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth. I lead them wherever they gather. wherever they congregate, wherever they assemble, under the banner of indigenous people of Biafra, I lead them. Also, the commander of all the forces on this very earth that are dedicated to the propagation of light against darkness, those of them that believe in freedom and not slavery. I command all the armies of Biafra. For your information. Because they say that with great power comes great responsibility. I don't exercise it very easily. We don't ask for people to be executed. We don't ask for shops to be looted or to be burnt down. No, we don't do that. Because we are civilized. We believe that truth will conquer everything. We also believe in enlightenment. That superior intellect and reason will always prevail over ignorance, no matter how resistant that ignorance is to laudable change. It must be overcome. Therefore, I must welcome you. Also in my capacity as the director of Radio Biafra. By the very special grace of heaven, I will now, today, tomorrow, and always remain your very faithful and loyal servant. There is nothing else to offer. There is nothing else to do than to ensure that this very work is done in such a way as to make sure that Chukwu Abiama's glory, kindness, love, and mercy is shown not just to us, but to our children. That is why we ask heaven to please be merciful unto your children. Have mercy upon us. Give us Biafra. We will fight for it. We will die for it if need be. But give us Biafra, please. That is all we ask for. Everything else we will do. Biafra we will sacrifice to heaven. Sacrifice. With this name Biafra, humanity will know that Chukwu Abiama is in heaven and that he is creation. We must continue this very morning with the presentation of our news headlines and accompanying news summary. Wherever you are on this very globe, we welcome you. Ask other people to also join you, either by coming to your house to listen, at least in America, even if you're at work. There is a telephone number you can call in America and you listen to Radio Biafra for free. It's toll free. You don't understand, I will tell you again. If you are in America and United Kingdom, you don't have any network access, by which I mean you don't have data access to listen to Radio Biafra. There is a telephone number you can call in America and the United Kingdom. You will be able to listen to Radio Biafra with your earpiece even if you're driving or you're working. You can call that very number, and with Bluetooth, you will be listening to Radio Biafra in your car, in your vehicle as you're driving. In America, in also United Kingdom. I know when they called us. They said we can put Radio Biafra on toll-free calls in the USA and in UK. I thought they were joking. Of course, they spoke to our resident engineer and my deputy, Uchemefo. And lo and behold, in America, there is a number you will call toll-free, and you'll be listening to Radio Biafra on the phone. I didn't say you have to download any app or use any data. You call a particular number and you'll be listening. Uchemefo, please, I know that you are listening. Make that very information available to our people on Facebook, that they may tell those of them in America the number to call to listen to Radio Biafra, please. Once you publish it, I will be able to announce it as well. It's a free number in America. So all of you in the USA, you can no longer give excuse. Oh, we didn't get it. There is a number you will call, and you will listen to Radio Biafra over your phone as if you're calling somebody for free. I said, by the time we are done with them, they will know that indeed we are educated. They don't know already, but very soon they will know that. Our news headlines this very morning and accompanying news summary. Anything we tell you on Radio Biafra is correct. If you never knew before, maybe after this morning you will know. Everything we tell you here is gospel. If you doubt Radio Biafra, it means you are satanic. If you doubt our honesty and sincerity, it means the devil dwells inside you. It means you cannot or incapable of admitting what is truth, or incapable of distinguishing between truth and lies. It's here. When we present our story, you think, who knows where they got this thing from? They are making it up. And I said to you, eventually. That's the meaning of eventually. After all said and done, it's revealed that Radio Biafra was correct. Because this morning, the terrorist-elect Buhari has come out openly to admit that European Union and United States helped him to win. And he's thanking them for the role they played in Nigeria. It's here in the newspaper of the zoo. Oh, Buhari. When I told you that United Kingdom and USA, the same people you call, Christians, our Christians, Christian brother and sister and the father and uncle. That they prefer to work with Muslims, some of you don't believe. I got a text message from WhatsApp message, please. And we are also on WhatsApp if you've forgotten. +4478 313 08376 is the number on WhatsApp. Radio Biafra, of course. He said to me that some people are running away. Some of them, in the past on their Nezushi, they tell their congregation, don't go there. He's not talking about Jesus. He's saying it is Chukwu Abiyama. It's not Jesus. And I said to this very person, go back to your criminal Bible carrying pastor. Do they know who we are? Do you think because you're carrying the Bible will not tell you the truth? You're a vagabond. You're like Ifajino Wazurike, stealing in the name of Biafra. You are a rogue with the word of God. And your damnation will be worse than any. I want you to repeat the Lord's Prayer. They asked Yahweh to pray. The thing that is wrong with man is that you believe in your own creation. Even as Moshe was climbing up Mount Sinai, as Moshe meaning Moses was climbing up Mount Sinai to go and bring down the tablet of stone containing the word of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, that will revert till this very day. Some of you made idol on the ground. You didn't quite believe that he was going to speak to heaven and that he was going to come back with a set of laws. We are busy fabricating and fermenting idol. That is why you couldn't accept. In fact, they all perished, didn't they? Hamoshi and the Ara, the Nubis, they all perished in the wilderness. They were perambulating in the wilderness until they died off, and the chosen ones marched on. Why am I saying this to you? I told you here on radio, as I said before, when it happens, I will come back. The only thing I will say to you is, I told you so a few weeks ago, and that's what I'm saying this morning. I told you so a few weeks ago that UK and USA and the wider EU are in support of Muslims. Those that brought you New Testament. This is what I find astonishing. The same people you call Christians in Europe. My mother has the cloth of Mary Sumner of England. Of Anglican Church. Blue cloth that they tie. Anyway, I refer to it as social club for mothers. That's how I see it in the church. The same Christians who Rome, they are here now, working for Buhari. One nation, so you seed, plant they will seed and water it. Beke will break us in your I don't know how to preach this gospel that you may understand it. I do not know how else I can begin to articulate this message of heaven that you on earth may grasp it, because here we speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Ozioku Chineke. Christians supporting Islam. Buhari is thanking them. Not Saudi Arabia. because their support for them is guaranteed. They are thanking US and EU. Hey, wo. On Sunday, don't worry, you go to church, you contribute money. One set goes to Canterbury in England, Anglican church. The other one goes to Rome, Catholic church. Then Pentecostal will cut it into two, give half to Yoruba and they send half to America. If you're an Assemblies of God church or Jehovah's Witness. Nobody is sitting down to say, who is going to take care of my daughter and my son? How will they go to good schools? Who is going to give them light, electricity? How about iPad? Why not my children playing with iPad and the Samsung Tab and the smartphone to learn how to even play video games and then design it later? England. Some will go to Yoruba land. After doing all of that, the same Christians of Europe will always support Islam. And they say, Buhari is thanking them. Isn't it? Before you say we made it up, no, it is being carried by a newspaper in the zoo, a reputable one. We block the news here, we don't write them. Buhari hails EU, US for their role in the elections. That is the headline. Onya Lakoba. Thanking Christians for helping him defeat a Christian or rigging him into power. Hey, there is God, though. Jonathan. I will miss that woman, honestly. Buhari is thanking EU and US for their role in rigging him into. It's a national newspaper carrying it. Yeah, boy. Just say it to go. Uno Gapana Sunday to also Bulere Pope John Paul the 1098th. Uno to go Bulere. This maybe. No to what go on Sunday Bulere. Christians in Europe. Christian Brotherhood. They have abandoned you once again. The same people killing them. These are the same people that bombed the Twin Towers in America. This is the same people, the same Alakoba, the same Islam, the same terrorists that keeps killing every day, beheading Western hostages. Nobody gives a damn. When you people should be peaceful. If you're peaceful, the world will not recognize you. You see, Buhari, that came out. Are you telling me that CIA that knows everything did not know that Buhari is a terrorist? Is that that CIA doesn't know that Buhari is a terrorist? Is that what you're telling me this morning? Are you telling me that the statement that Buhari opened his mouth and said about Sharia, that CIA did not hear about it? I'm not even talking about the one they discovered secretly. I'm saying, are you telling me that Obama CIA, Central Intelligence Agency in America, that specializes in killing black people that who are intelligent, that's their job. They killed Patrice Lumumba. CIA killed Walter Rodney. They killed Thomas Sankara. It was the England MI5 that killed Murtala Mohammed. I will tell you who killed who, where and when they planned it. We have all the data, all the information. CIA killed Thomas Sankara, killed Walter Rodney, and also killed Patrice Lumumba. People trying to bring light to a darkened continent. But how about Mobutu? Every evil they support. They are today supporting. Can you tell me that a Christian country is supporting somebody who said that if he loses elections, the blood of the people will be, the state will be filled with blood as part of his election campaign? You're telling me that Christians in Europe will support somebody who said that he's going to expand Sharia? Christianity, one. When they go like, come here, your religion. I'm telling you the truth. Somewhere. Go and sit down somewhere. Talk rubbish. Is it not some Christians now supporting Buhari openly? Buhari is thanking them. Sundays only, is it 182 days a time? Got one go Bula Europe. You think you know something. What you're practicing is what I call retrospective superstition. You have replaced the superstition based on abject ignorance to superstition based on a concept developed and perfected in Europe. Here we say it. Let me repeat the news. United States of America, European Union containing Britain, containing Italy, where is Catholic Church, containing France, all those places. Buhari, the terrorist, is thanking them for helping him to win. It is here now as news. Our people should go and sit down. Anybody, if you're against Radio Biafra, it means you're a child of Satan. You won't win. Here we tell you something before it happens. We don't bring little boys news of road 2 kilometer road. Can news in there. We don't come here to say we make predictions. We say we tell you what is going to happen before it happens. Exactly the way we say it is how it's going to happen. Not by our own power. No, we don't have any. Chukwu Abiyama made it so. I don't read before I come on air. Heaven is my witness. I don't study. I don't. The things I say here, ask people who have seen me preach before. It's through divine revelation. Heaven knows. I don't read before I come on air. For weeks I don't read. But we come here and Chukwu Abiyama says his gospel must be preached and we preach it. Buhari is thanking Christians for helping him defeat a Christian. Sunday, are you not monkeys from Africa? What do you know? Ijaw youths urge Buhari to sustain amnesty program for ex-militants. Ijaw youths urge Buhari to sustain amnesty program for ex-militants. Sometimes I wonder what they are looking for. Our brothers and sisters in Niger Delta. What actually, do you want freedom or do you want a cup of oil? I can't, I'm lost. So if you give amnesty program to one youth in a village of 1 million people, how is that going to bring us electricity and good roads and infrastructure? The answer is none. I'm asking you. I am asking you, I said. How is the question? H-O-W. How is the question? Ijaw youths urge Buhari to sustain amnesty program for ex-militants. Ijaw youths, amnesty. I don't know if they understand we are trying to build a Biafra of civilized people. All this amnesty program, they send one person to school for 4 years. Or they give you some money, pocket money, chicken change. That is not worth a spoon of crude oil. In the scheme of things, that is. And you're running around claiming, oh, God, these people. Make up your mind, please. Make up your mind. And anyway, I don't blame them. It's all these Yoruba newspapers. They want to make you feel that we're not fighting for freedom. Some of us are fighting for resource control. There is resource control everywhere. The only resource you need to control is your brain. And then every other thing will be handed over to you. Not crude oil. That black thing that is as evil, that brings in much good as well as evil. Carbon, crude oil. As black as Satan. Stop chasing nonsense and try to own the only resource that matters, which is your brain. Everything else you will get. Awasa man will come from Guzo and come to Biafra land, and you're begging Awasa man to pay you some money after coming to your land to take oil. Then pay me if you don't want me to carry AK-47. What type of useless talk is that? What type of nonsense, stupid talk? Do these people that call themselves militants, do you reason at all? Do you think at all? I'm asking you. There is oil coming from your land. The exploration or the drilling of that oil has rendered the land desolate. People are poor. And you're coming out and saying, give me money. Oh, God, these people. We continue. A mob have now attacked INEC driver for diverting election materials. Welcome to free and fair elections. Maybe the news says diverting election materials. You won't understand what it means. Some of us won't. Our grandmothers are listening in the villages. onwe onye na-akwụ ụgbọala na-arụ ndị INEC ọrụ. N'ime ụgbọala ha na-akwụ enwe ngwongwo niile eji ahazi ntuli aka elu achọrọ ime echi na-abịa abịa. Onye bụ ụgbọala buru ụgbọala na ngwongwo niile nọ ya n'ime gbaa ọsọ bughị ebe ọzọ ebe kwesịghị ịnọ. Ngwongwo ntuli aka elu ekwesịrị ibuga ebe dị etu eburu ya gaba ebe ọzọ. In Igbo language, driver ran away with INEC materials. They said diverted. People talk right nonsense. Driver, at the instigation of some politicians that want to rig the election, asked a driver carrying INEC what's it called? Materials to go somewhere else. To go somewhere else. Can you believe such nonsense? Can you believe such garbage? That tells you all you need to know. And Obama, listen, this is the news happening here. But why CIA doesn't tell Obama, I don't know. Is it that they don't see what is happening? They don't read I don't understand the type of intelligence they get. How can you therefore turn around and say that elections was free and fair, when in actual fact election was rigged? It was rigged. They are carrying the materials to go and rig elections. And tomorrow morning they will tell you, oh, it was free and fair. It was free and fair. People don't understand, will they? But we are here. You can, it's your job to lie and to commit crime or whatever it is. And it's also our job to expose you. You keep lying and we keep exposing you. The zoo is finished. Norway just deported 824 Muslims. Norway just deported 824 Muslims. Every Westerner needs to see what happened next. Norway deported 824 Muslims, and rightfully so. But yet, they go and they support, what's it called? They go and support, what's their name? Islam. Isn't it? They go and support Islam. Very, very sad indeed. After deporting them, you still support Islam to rule over us. My goodness. Akiolu, the controversy is still raging while we laughed, clapped, according to an Igbo lawyer. We were laughing and clapping according to an Igbo lawyer. Why we did that? Trying to justify their stupidity and continuing on this threat. Do you know what I told? I tell you something you don't believe, but it will happen anyway. So I don't care if you believe or if you don't believe. Don't give a toss. I told you that Ohaneze was speaking the other day. That's what I said here. It's not up to 4 days. I said it here. Ohaneze was talking the way it was talking because he was looking for money. That's what I told you before. They are looking for a way to meet the Oba. And do you know what happened today? Ohaneze leaders have gone to the Oba's palace. They have gone to Oba's palace. Yeah. I told you. Anything you hear on Radio Biafra is gospel. We don't lie because there's no need for it. Threats to Ndibo, Ohaneze, Ndiara, and Ndioshi. They have met Oba. Anything you like, you can do to Igbo people. And in places around the world, as I told the students here a while ago, you are not students. The so-called undergraduates you have. The time you should have been revolutionizing everything around you. You are doing cult. This UG. Other people around the world, students are coming out to protest, to say things are bad, want to change it. In the zoo, it's called cult. This you black people. This UG. As a student, you are supposed to be a radical. a radical, wanting things to be better, wanting change. Everywhere else around the world, it is being reported today, students are taking less alcohol and trying to change the society. Only in the zoo, we are students are, we know, I'm the leader of Hostel 9, IMSRI. I'm here to support Owele Governor Richard. People talk rubbish. It's still quite undergraduate. Talking nonsense. Amazing. Anyway, I'm very glad that students around the world are doing something. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, named as one of the greatest world leaders. Hi, my goodness. Africa business world. And I am not surprised. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, what have you been able to do? I ask you. What is the rate of inflation? What is the interest rate like in the zoo? Can any aspiring entrepreneur walk into a high street bank, be it UBA, be it EcoBank, be it First Bank, and secure a loan to build a factory to manufacture? Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, one of the greatest leaders. You people insult greatness and world leaders. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is not fit to be a gardener in Biafra when Biafra comes. We will show them how to run an economy. You know that black people, you celebrate mediocrity. You don't have taste and you have no class. I don't mean that you should fly in an aeroplane and say other people shouldn't come in. So in order to assert your level, whatever it is. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, named as one of the greatest world leaders, and I say that you people are dreaming. You are in cloud cuckoo land. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, are you not using a generator? Are your comparable or fellow world leaders assuming we can lend any credence to this rubbish or very wretched, pathetic attempt at journalism? Are you telling me, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, that other so-called world leaders like you are using generators or generating sets to power electricity or to power their homes? I'm sure. How many Marapco gen sets do you have with silencer? Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I said, how many do you have? And you're a world leader. I said you can lie. If you're a black monkey from Africa, you can lie. It is also our job to expose you. And that's what we do very well on Radio Biafra. Nonsense. World leader, my foot. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, how was your battle with mosquito last night? A so-called world leader. People write so much drivel. She is not fit enough to be a gardener in Biafra. We'll build it. And people will use their eyes to see it. They will say, oh my God, I never knew that black people are capable of this. That's why they don't want Biafra to come. Why do they don't? Because they know what we are capable of doing. And we can no longer hide it. It's either we use those talents for good or we use it for bad. If they force us to go into terrorism, the world is in one almighty mess, honestly speaking. It's in one big mess. We don't want to go there. We have the intellect and the know-how to bring this place down within days without any foreign help. That is why we are asking you. That is why we are reminding you, please. Just let us go. Let us go. Or else everybody will regret it. Everybody. Look at Somalia today. Everybody will regret it. Don't say I never, when it happens, I will tell you, I will refer you to this morning's broadcast. I say, remember when I told you so in the past? We don't do predictions here. We tell you what is going to happen and it happens. So it's not prediction. Prediction is that it may or may not. I'm predicting. We say things here with every assurance. We can guarantee you that it will happen. It will happen. We continue. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we're direct. Our news headlines is what we're presenting, with the time now standing at a very, very close to 6 minutes to 9 a.m. in the morning. Very shortly, our lines will open. United Nations in $174 million appeal for the zoo Boko Haram refugees. United Nations appealing for refugees to be helped. I don't know if they've been to Aba before. I don't know if they have seen the refugees from Ebonyi selling pure water on the roadside. But as they said, if you don't say you're somewhere, nobody will quote you, you're there. It is our responsibility and duty to highlight the plight of our people who are suffering, for the world to come in and try or offer some help. Do you know that the woman we reported yesterday that stole the little children, the Yoruba woman, today she's demanding 15 million for the safe return of the kids? 15 million. Welcome to this. Even a nanny is everybody is a rogue, a thief. From the terrorist, anyway, in a country where you voted in a terrorist or rigged in a terrorist, what do you expect? Everybody is the license to go and do whatever you like. If a lawbreaker who should be in jail or better hanged can be alive to be rigged into power as a president, imagine what ordinary people would do. So that's why I don't even blame the nanny anymore. Everybody is a thief here. You get what you deserve. Criminals. Buhari hails EU, US for their role in his election in the zoo. This is a report by Ihana Chonwosu from Abuja. The president or the terrorist elect, as I choose to call him, the terrorist elect. The terrorist elect. General Muhammadu Buhari has hailed Italy and other members of the European Union over their role in the countries. Italy is the home of Roman Catholic. Oh, my God. Oh, God. An Islamic terrorist is congratulating the seat of Christendom, which is Rome, over his election and defeat over a Christian. Oh, God. Thank God my religion is Biafra. Oh, he's against us. He's against what we are. I am against your hopelessness and stupidity. Ignorance. That's what I'm against. Look at it now, Rome. They have gone for Awasa. Buhari is thanking them. Italy, Rome. We're going to church Bulara on Sunday. We continue. Buhari was speaking while receiving the Italian ambassador to the zoo, Fulvio Rostico, at his residence. Said the EU nations and the USA played key role. They played a key role. Of course, we know that. In the stabilization of the zoo in this critically and important and challenging period. I will say, Islam has come with the help of Christians. They always help them. Some of you don't know how Muslims came to be. Do you know? Let me tell you. Let me digress a little bit this morning, please. The Roman Catholic Church wanted to seize Jerusalem. They wanted to take Jerusalem away from Judaism. They know Jerusalem is very holy. So they devised another religion to do that job for them. It was Roman Catholic Church that created Islam. I will repeat so you understand it very clearly. It was Roman Catholicism that created Islam. Because they didn't want to go straight to take Jerusalem. They wanted Islam to take Jerusalem for them so they can take Jerusalem back from Islam and dominate it. But once the devil came, the devil said, I'm not going anywhere anymore. The first wife of Prophet Muhammad was a Catholic nun. You won't hear this elsewhere, will you? Do you see where we are, Radio Biafra? Who created Islam? Catholic Church created Islam. That is why they will always be closed. That is why there is no way that Catholic Church in the main will support anything apart from Islam. Africans, you people are in darkness. You know that there is a way that stupidity and ignorance is self-perpetuating. It keeps recycling itself. Ignorance. Every blessed year, it keeps recycling itself. Buhari is thanking EU and America for rigging him into power. That's what it's called stabilization, if you understand English very well. Because what Buhari is saying, if you understand English language very well, I will repeat. So he is saying that Had it not been for EU and the USA, he would have killed everybody here. That's what he's saying in his statement. And I will read it so you understand. It's very subtle if you can read between the lines. I'll repeat. Receiving a letter of congratulation. No, not that. I'll come to that in a second. Buhari, speaking while receiving the Italian ambassador to the zoo, Fulvio Rostico, at his residence, said the EU nations and the United States of America played key roles in the stabilization. So, meaning that the zoo was unstable during the election. In this critically important and challenging period, receiving a letter of congratulations from the Italian President Sergio Mattarella, which was delivered by Ambassador Rostico, Buhari promised to pay attention to areas that will enhance the existing bilateral relations between the two countries. In his letter to the president or to the terrorist-elect, the Italian president congratulated the terrorist Buhari on his victory and commended the monkeys and the baboons called Nigerians for the peaceful conduct of the elections. Everybody knew it was not peaceful. He said Italy was prepared to assist the zoo in managing domestic terrorism, drawing from their own experience with internal terror in the 70s and 80s. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Islamic community in Oman welcomed the terrorist victory in the election, describing the outcome of the election as one that has brought happiness to everyone in their Islamic community. My religion is Biafra. More job, that is your business. It doesn't bother me. At least I speak the truth. And you're a liar. That's what we preach here. This is madness. Igbo youths urge Buhari to sustain amnesty program for ex-militants. They are asking the terrorist-elect to please sustain amnesty program. We continue. The Igbo Youth Council has urged the terrorist-elect, General Muhammad Buhari, to sustain the existing peace in the Niger Delta in order to increase oil production. These are people that said everywhere will burn if Jonathan. They didn't even wait for up to 1 week. As I knew they were making noise before you can't do anything. Just talk. It's just talk. Can't do anything. And as we tell them, if you come out to march, you'll be killed off. You'll be destroyed overnight. They are not up to 1 week that their brother, the same Jonathan, was kicked out. They are sending overtures to Buhari already. But Boko Haram and Buhari never ever accepted Jonathan. They fought Jonathan until they got the power back. But our people, they are no moral fiber. There is no backbone. There is no consistency. I remember when they were begging me and saying, "Oh, it's politics. If Chekwa Sokode is no longer the APGA chairman, you can meet with me." They said, I told them, go to hell. You have no honor. When Jonathan defeated Buhari, the whole of our youths, all of them said no. They joined Boko Haram to fight Jonathan until he lost. Igbo youths, not up to 1 week, or 7 days in Kite. You are congratulating Buhari and saying, if you want oil production, everybody, you people are even worse than Igbo people. You are worse than Igbo people. You are worse than Igbo people. Igbo is proving to even be worse than Igbo. You people. There is something called consistency. That is why we are where we are today. The ability to say something and you stick to it. People may like it, they may hate it. You stay on that very course. You said heaven and earth will come to pass if Jonathan loses. I don't mind. It's acceptable that you have not commenced anything yet. I agree. You can wait until the right time. Yes, I agree. Because it's like a debt. It never, ever, ever, ever goes away. It's always there until it's paid. But to come out barely 1 week, a Joy Youth Council, to come out only 1 week or 7 days to say, give us amnesty money, keep paying us. Since they have been paying you amnesty in Ijo land, are things okay? Do you have light? Do you have housing? Do you have good schools? Do you have employment? Why don't you people look for something? Go to the source. What is the cause of our problem? It's because you lack freedom to get your own power generating companies. You lack freedom to build your own roads. You lack freedom to control your own destiny or to determine it. You are busy asking Hausa man for 1 teaspoon of crude oil. Remember amnesty, to keep amnesty going. I am disappointed. Ijo Youth Council is a disgrace. Ijo Youth Council is an absolute disgrace. There is no honor. Your brother only lost not up to 1 week. You're asking for amnesty money from a terrorist. I don't know. Maybe it's a Biafran disease. You people are inconsistent. Inconsistency. That is your problem. Anywhere, any party in power. My goodness. The presidential amnesty program for ex-agitators in the Niger Delta region, which has greatly contributed to the sustenance of peace in Niger Delta region, not to development or progress, just peace, should be sustained by the incoming administration. President Jonathan's extraordinary peace-building efforts in the Niger Delta region is responsible for the resultant increase in oil production and increased revenue, according to this man called Eradiri. You are a disgrace. Eradiri, you are a disgrace. Hausa youths never accepted Jonathan, neither did Fulani, and they fought him until they got their power back. Why couldn't you do the same? Consistency. Yoruba never voted for you before. In the entire history of Yoruba, they never voted for anybody from Biafra. Be you Igbo, Ijo, Kibibio, never. Yoruba never voted for you, and will never vote for you. And they get everything they want because they are consistent. Your own, anybody who wins. Oh yeah, why not come in? Obasanjo bombed Odi. And today, you prefer to listen to Obasanjo than to listen to RadioBiafra, some of you. Who sent people to Odi to kill men and women and children? Through the air, bombardment. Obasanjo. Or is it, no, Yaradua, isn't it? Yaradua. Is Yaradua, isn't it? Sorry, it's Obasanjo that bombed Odi. It's Obasanjo. And somebody from Ejo is saying, some Yoruba people are good. Who bombed OD? I ask you, Yoruba man. Now, can you tell me which town in Ejo that an Igbo man bombed? I'm waiting. Which town in Ejo did somebody from Efika Ibibio bomb? Please tell me. Or from Ishekiri? Or Isoko? Where did they bomb in Ejo land? Our people are, just thank God for RadioBiafra. A Joy Youth Council should go into an emergency session, lock themselves up until they come out with something credible. All this begging for our man to come and steal our oil, and then you are begging them to give you some chicken change along the way as they're living. You are mad. Very, very mad. It's about time this wretched politics of Niger Delta has to change. Of resource control. This idea, this mentality of resource control must come to an end. It enslaves people. It makes you lazy. Waiting for handouts to be given to you. It makes you very lazy. We fight for our freedom. Biafra comes. Everybody is free. If you want to drink oil in the morning, you drink it. Common sense dictates that is the right path to go. Common sense, for goodness sake. Chineke na menu nebere. Kwabiyama have mercy on you people. You are begging somebody for oil from your father's compound. Come on, go and develop some brain, please. Freedom is what you need, not this nonsense resource control. Talking rubbish and get away from here. Mad people. You people are annoying. Resource and youths for that matter. A Joy Youth Council issuing a statement as wretched as that. A mob have chased away a driver trying to steal election material in the zoo. Where else? And it's free and fair. Italian Prime Minister is congratulating Buhari on the terrorist on free and fair. So all those killings, they didn't see it free and fair. When it comes to Africa, all of a white man goes blind. They don't see any evil. They don't speak any evil. They look at black people. If I give you a baby monkey now, how will you treat the baby monkey? I am giving you, you will treat it with affection. Oh, milk, yeah, we bought a milk and I feed in bottle. But that monkey can never be your child, can it? Because in the end, it's always a monkey. The same way that they treat Africans. Oh, you see, it was free and fair. But Oga ambassador, there is no gutter here. Everything is free and fair. We don't have electricity. Oh, it's free and fair. We can't go to school. It's free and fair. But how about their country? They are debating the quality of food that their children eat at kindergarten. That is how advanced they are. Something as mundane as the food supplement and nutrition of little babies, they are discussing it in the parliament. Here, there is no electricity, no running water, no good roads, no infrastructure, no employment. In fact, harassment and untimely death everywhere. Yet, free and fair. We continue. Our job is to speak the truth. And heaven knows we speak it here now. Is this not Radio Biafra? The angry mob descended on the driver and gave him a savage beating in Asaba for allegedly diverting from the route taken by other drivers. They were in a convoy. Onye wanted to run away with materials and they caught him. They beat him. After loading election materials for Ethiopia East and West from the central bank premises in the INEC pickup van, the driver is said to have been stopped by the suspicious mob, who also observed that he had no police escort. The crowd thereafter descended on him when he could not provide any satisfactory explanation for his action. He took the intervention of the police to save the driver from being lynched. Welcome to the zoo. Everything is free and fair. Free and fair indeed. Norway just deported 824 Muslims. Every Westerner needs to see what happens next. My goodness. Norway recently made the controversial decision to deport a large amount of Muslims with ties to radical groups. Despite all the liberals in the Norway deeming this racist, the logical party went ahead with it, and the result almost shut down every opposing voice in the government instantly. This is one of the best stories we have ever seen come from such a liberal area of the world, because Norway is very liberal. They are very tolerant people. Them, and in fact, the whole of Scandinavia, very good people. White people are good, You see, white people, they have conscience. They may be wicked from now and again, but they have conscience. White people are good. You can go to a white country and they give you food for free, give you accommodation, give you loan on top of it to go and buy a car if you want to. You don't have no job. Very good people. White people have conscience. Some people, that white people are wicked. I say you have not been to Africa before. Have you been at a checkpoint before? Have you seen a black man with black police uniform at a checkpoint in a zoo like this Nigeria before? Oh, you know what is, you have not seen wickedness now. You think what is happening in Europe and Asia is wickedness? Come here. You've not seen wickedness. Come here, you see what is. White people are actually good. White people are good, I'm telling you, compared to the evil that is black people in Africa. Despite all the liberals shouting and talking nonsense, violent crime dropped by 30%. 30%. Because a couple of politicians decided to enforce the law that they already had. Norwegian authority claims that 824 people were deported in October. For such a small country, that's a record-breaking number. The authorities attributed the change to portfolio priorities, which have essentially made it easier to deport people back to the zoo, Nigeria and Afghanistan, because they see the zoo, Nigeria, as a terrorist state. If you are a Nigerian, they treat you as a terrorist. We told them in Norway, say you are a Biafran and you'll be saved. Biafra saves. Only the name Biafra can save you. Nothing else. And I'm sure those of them that said they are Biafrans, they were saved. If you're a Nigerian, they treat you as an Afghanistan, like Taliban. We continue. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. The zoo called Nigeria, according to United Nations report, has the highest number of truant, or should I say out of school children in the whole world. Hey, we are a giant country, a giant nation. We are the giant of Africa. We are the giant of the jungle. I told you people, I don't know why I bother sometimes, honestly speaking. Because some of you are incapable of digesting the truth. I told you, you people are poor and wretched. No, we are rich. We have 4 barrels of oil. We are rich. Oh God. Countries like Norway that are rich, they don't talk. Do you hear them talk? Norway can feed all of you for the next 100 years. Tiny Norway. Oh God. You people are black in this COG. Black people. Black from Africa. Deadly. After the sun must have finished beating the brain, it boils the brain in Africa. The sun, it boils the brain so that all the molecules are moving about. Instead of being in one place, they are all over the place. Then you hear them begin to exhibit wickedness. You'll be wondering, are you sure Chukwu Abiyama created such a person? The wickedness here is the one in town. Wicked people. Children are out of school. As long as a politician's child is in a private school in Switzerland or finishing school somewhere in Lausanne in France, they don't give a damn. As long as your house is built very well in the village, you have generator, it doesn't matter to you what happens to the rest of the people. They lack conscience. Black people, they lack conscience. They don't empathize with other people who are suffering. That is why Chukwu Abiyama abandoned Africa. African people are full of wickedness. You are in Abuja, in Ashokoro, or whatever place you call it. Or is it in there? I don't know where they have Ashokoro. You have one house in Abuja, one in the village. Maybe you are a rent boy to Awasa men. They give you contracts, you do, and they sleep with you. I'm talking about an Igbo man. Some of them are homosexuals in Abuja. They have wives and children, yes. But for them to get contract from Awasa man has to sleep with them. Igbo men. And they come back to that's why they're very wicked anyway. Some of them are. If you say, oh, we are doing this, we need it, they will tell you no. Do you know what I suffered before I got that? Have you seen families before where the man is a rent boy, which means you can rent, you can buy him, you can buy the wife, you can buy the daughter? Abuja. Evil is evil. And here we condemn it. We don't care who is affected. Evil is evil. We continue. The 2015 Global Monitoring Report, GMR, has revealed that the zoo has the highest number of out-of-school children in the whole world, and the figure is still increasing since 2000. The report, with the theme Education for All 2000 to 2015 Achievements and Challenges, stated that the zoo called Nigeria lacks progress in almost every area, including corruption, conflict, and lack of investment, which have now resulted in the zoo called Nigeria having one of the worst educational systems in the world. I told you that before, didn't I? I told you don't go to school here. You come out as recalcitrant dons, all of you, one after the other. Look at here. I told you, now is a world report, that the zoo has the worst educational system in the world, according to a report filed by United Nations. Anything I tell you is gospel. If you don't believe it, then you're finished. If you believe it, you will see light and you'll be saved. Simple as that. When I told you a few weeks ago that here you don't go to school, I thought I was joking. He's saying it because he read it. I left Nsukka, UNN, Mboso overnight, because they were not teaching me. I was going backwards instead of forwards. I left government college Omaha with things in my brain. I went to UNN, they were taking it away from me. In the first year, I was told to register for 15 courses. 15! 1-5. I said one person, 15 courses. Before you get to 15, you've forgotten the first one you read. I traveled abroad. I was doing 4 courses every term. 4 only. 4. I said 4. But you write every blessed week. Seminar. They even teach you how to speak in public without knowing it. They will ask you to present a paper in class. I'm not talking about dissertation. In class, you present a paper, people will ask you questions, you will answer, you will defend it in a class, and the professor will be watching. I will not forget. I remember Mrs. Akba. I also remember Professor Kirian Chirakandat at my university. He was a very good man. And Professor Ann Phillips, of course. Those two. James Chirakandat, I remember. And Professor Ann Phillips. I won't forget them. I was the highest scoring student in her class ever. They forced to make 16 over 16 in her class. Professor Ann Phillips. A white woman, she will close work and she will go home to cook food for the husband. A professor at a university. And I asked her, why do you do all of that? She said in the end, I am a mother and a wife, not just a professor. Margaret Thatcher used to cook for the husband. But you bring an African woman to England, you take them to America, and overnight they change the lock on the house. You can't come in anymore. At a point, you sleep outside. They don't tell you these things, do they? You think everything is fine over there? No, it is not. What are carrying lacking home training? Chupu DNAZ. Whereas white women with the same comparable position, even more, they go back home and they cook for their husbands. That is why here, the consequence of it is because of lack of education. World report. The zoo called Nigeria has the worst educational system in the whole world. It is here. Who wrote this report, in fact? It's by Ruth Tene Natsa. This report was aired on April the 10th, which is today. Nigeria has the highest number of out-of-school children who are not going to school in a world report. The political system, according to this report in the zoo, has been identified as corrupt, losing $21 million of education funding over 2 years. They have stolen the money. You give them money to pay teachers, they steal it. Do you know that white people, EU and America, that they give money for your education here? Do you know that they give aid to support education and health, hospital? Somebody puts the money in his pocket or her pocket. A human being. Now you see why some of them wanted Radio Biafra to close. How could you have known all these things? How? But we thank Chukwu Abiyama, who made it possible for us to be here, to preach this very gospel. We continue. We are live and we are direct, please. This is a live presentation of Radio Biafra on this very day. The 10th day. Tomorrow we boycott election. That's all we do. Boycott all boycottables. That's what will be, as said by MAZI NNAMDI. A lawyer, Izatu Eyichukwu Felix, has revealed why he and other Igbo idiots in Lagos were at the palace of Oba of Lagos, Oba Liwan Akiolu. They laughed and they clapped when the Oba threatened and cursed Igbo people if they did not vote for the APC candidate, Akinwuyo Mbode. They were laughing and they were clapping. Igbo people, welcome to stupidity. I told you they are monkeys and baboons. People thought I was joking. Their behavior always betrays it. Felix said Akiolu was only joking and speaking with them as friends, adding that friends were always free with one another. Igbo man in Lagos. Lagoon. Oh God, these people. Ah, Lord. He said your Oba was joking. Igbo man. I thought Ejo youths were useless. These people are worse. Ejo youths begging for oil in their land. Somebody came from Katsina to take your oil. As he's going, you're begging him, Please, okay, do you have change with you? It's something now. Okay, please now give us some change. That's what you're doing, asking for amnesty money. If I give you amnesty money, are you going to be developed? The answer is no. What you need is freedom. We continue. We continue our work. Threats to Igbo. Ohaneze leaders meet Oba of Lagos. Barely 48 hours to the governorship and House of Assembly elections. The leadership of the Ohaneze and Igbo Caretaker Committee and other Igbo leaders yesterday met with the Oba of Lagos, Oba Riwan Akiolu, over the controversial warning to Igbos. Oba Akiolu had threatened the Igbos to either vote for APC candidate or he would throw them into the lagoon and kill them off, burn their houses and take over their shops. To douse the tension is Ohaneze asking to douse the tension. A delegation of Ohaneze met with Oba Akiolu at his palace yesterday. The team was made of Raf Obioha, chairman caretaker committee. The sources revealed at the meeting that Raf Obioha had asked Oba Akiolu if there was any rift between the Igbo and the palace to warrant his comments, to which the Oba said it was only politics, adding that by Saturday, after the governorship election, it will be over. Oba threatened to kill us. Oba did not apologize. Raf Obioha maybe flying in from Abuja. You know, they don't live here. They don't live in Biafra land. They fly in from Abuja, and some will walk in from Lagos to go and see the Oba. Hey, Mbare. I told you they lack class and dignity. You thought I was joking. No honor. How can I don't know. You make up the rest for yourself, because I don't want headache this morning. Igbo people. Igbo Hanez. I told you Hanez and Datron and Dioshi. And as they are going, they will ask about anything for the boys. The Oba will say, okay, I will tell my boy at the governor house, Fashola, give them 1 million. They will come out and say, the Oba is a friend of Igbos. They are a disgrace, honestly. In a world filled with distractions, but equally as many disadvantages and dangers, one must question the role of the youth in bringing about tangible and long-term change. The Roads Must Fall movement has proven a prime example of how the young are doing more than taking selfies and can bring about. When the students here are on Facebook and Twitter taking pictures of themselves and posting, students in South Africa are doing something. They are embarking on a revolution. How about the ones at IMSI that took a plastic laptop? They are busy chatting online, when their fellow counterparts in South Africa are saying no to colonialism and all its paraphernalia, so to speak. Reminders of domination and apartheid. They are pulling it down. This one says, I'm living in VI. Black people. At least in South Africa, they're doing something about it. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has been named as one of the greatest world leaders, whatever that means in English, I do not understand. Have you been here to see how wretched people are? A king is generally not recognized in their own country, but Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is no queen either. They said she is among the world leaders. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Pope Francis, and so on. What is the seed that Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala sown that will soon be abandoned? What has Ngozi? God. I don't know. They say she's a world leader. World leader, maybe in selling fuel. In importing fuel. World leader in fuel. Hey, this is the picture of the policeman shooting a black man running away. Hey, yeah. Very sad indeed. And South Carolina have shot 209 people in the last 5 years, according to report. You give them guns, what do you expect? A South Carolina police officer was charged with murder this week after a video surfaced of the officer firing 8 shots at a fleeing black man named Walter Scott, who died. The murder charge was widely cheered by citizens and activists, but he will only spend 2 months in jail and he will come out. I have told blacks in America, come to Biafra. Come, we will open the doors for you. Come here. Leave America alone. Come. You have served your time there as a slave. 250 years without pay. You've done enough. They keep killing you. Come back to Biafra land. We will accommodate all of you here. We will accommodate all of you here. After all, your population is not up to, say, 60 million in America, is it? Or is it 70 million? Because America is 250 million people. Is it? We will take all of you here. We have the amount of empty land I see every day is too much. We'll take care of all of you. Come to Biafra, and all of you who have been rejected by whites in America, come here, we'll take care of you. United Nations in $174 million appeal for the zoos Boko Haram. But how much does Buhari have in bank account abroad in England? It is 174 million is the amount of money they make every month in interest payment only in the money they have sitting in fixed deposit accounts all over the world. I don't know why UN is appealing for refugee help when you have people here. Go to Marudiko's family alone. They are worth now nearly $12 billion. Omarudiko family is worth over $12 billion. Cash. Go and take some money from them and feed the Alamajiri refugees and stop disturbing the whole world. The UN launched an appeal on Thursday for $174 million in what it called life-saving aid for almost 200 baboons and monkeys called Nigerians who fled brutal attacks by Boko Haram jihadists. Their brother is in power. It was Buhari that made them to flee. He let him pay for it. Has the money. It was him that said, I will make this place ungovernable. And he did. And today people are refugees as a result. A nanny, Mary Akinloye, who allegedly kidnapped 3 kids in Surulere area of Lagos State, has demanded 15 million from the victims' parents. It has been learned that the family was contacted on Thursday by the suspect and others who were suspected to be members of her group. They were said to have demanded the 15 million as ransom. Welcome to the zoo. Everybody is a thief, including a nanny. Very sad indeed. That concludes our news presentation this very morning. Our lines will now open. As it does so, you will call us and we will be able to take your call. Once again, we welcome you. This is Radio Biafra. We are live. We are direct. The time here now is 29 minutes to 10 in the morning. And this is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And Chukwu Abiyama in heaven is also watching, including the angels of heaven as well. I don't know much about angels actually. It's an area I have not researched. Do they actually exist or not? Angels. I don't know what. Do you know what the Old Testament said about angels? Is there angels in the Old Testament? No. Is there? Yeah, there is. The one wrestled with, is it Joseph or who? The one was wrestling with Joseph. The one that, is it Joseph or Isaac? Unless you bless me. So there are angels in heaven. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Unless you bless me, I will not let you go. I'm not going to say something to you. What do you think I said to Chukwu Abiyama? Ejimi Anonu big time. We have the trick. There is a way you ask for something from heaven, it will be great. He will be upset with you. That last week I asked you not to be angry when you're preaching this gospel and you were. But there is a way I ask Chukwu Abiyama for something and he does it. Isaac's method is different. Mine is also different. There is a way I kneel and pray. There are some words I use. I say, what can I do? And he will do it. And that is why I know that Biafra is going to come. It doesn't matter, even those of you listening, it doesn't matter if you don't support anymore, Biafra will come. It doesn't matter what you do. Because it's been ordained in heaven. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven has ordained it. That is why Biafra will come in truth and in every honesty. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiyama is our God. Even those of you abroad, you are free to call the line here. People here call us when we are abroad. So I don't see the reason why those of you abroad cannot call a landline here or a mobile phone here. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. They have disengaged. I don't know why that is the case, but they have. Let's go to the line and see who is there. Let's go and see who is there. Is the line jammed again? No, I don't think so.
Morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
Yes, my name is Chukwu Okoye. I'm calling from Saban, from Anambra State.
Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, Director Nnamdi Kanu, I'm very, very overwhelmed. I must appreciate you for the good work you are doing for the Biafran people.
Thank you.
Yesterday, something happened yesterday morning by this time.
Yes.
In Igbo FM, when Mr. Peter Obi was there live. I was very shocked when Peter Obi was telling the whole people in Igbo FM that he used to listen to Radio Biafra. That everything Nnamdi Kanu is saying in Radio Biafra is truth. He said this yesterday by 10 o'clock. Some people can confirm that also.
Peter Obi said this on radio yesterday.
Yes, Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State. He made this statement yesterday by 10 o'clock, yesterday morning. You are on air also, and he was there also, because I listen to Radio Biafra through my phone. Every morning, every evening, I listen to Radio Biafra. Every day. So he was there telling the people that he used to listen to Radio Biafra, and whatever everything Nnamdi Kanu is saying in Radio Biafra is truth. He did not deny anything. He said that what young man is saying in Radio Biafra is 110% truth.
He said this thing. He said this thing on Igbo FM yesterday.
I'm 110% sure telling you this. He said it is a high time also a job people Niger Delta will come to Igbo together to a match as one. This is what he said. This is a very good information, and I love this. And I'm very, very happy that somebody like Peter Obi is listening to Radio Biafra.
Everybody does. Everybody, Obama listens to radio. There is nobody, the whole CIA, MI5, Queen Elizabeth, everybody. Radio Biafra is compulsive listening. It's the finest radio in the whole world. You can ask them, they will tell you. They will tell you there is no radio station like this anywhere on this planet. Impossible.
Yes. And this thing that I'm saying now, I wish some of Anambra people that is listening to Peter Obi yesterday will call also to witness, to give account of this that I said also.
Somebody wrote yesterday to tell us, I think I said it yesterday morning, isn't it? Or is it in the evening? Somebody said that the whole of Igbo is talking about Radio Biafra yesterday, that even the presenters, the radio presenters at Igbo is sending their greetings to Radio Biafra. We got that yesterday.
Yes. So I must congratulate you, and Chukwu Abiyama will always be with you.
You see?
I'm in support of everything. I joined Radio Biafra since 2013 when I was in Mumbai, in India.
Yes. Wonderful.
Yes, I joined it, and I always called that time. So now I'm in Nigeria. I joined also. I'm listening to everything.
Thank you very much.
So,
Thank you very much.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. No, you congratulate yourself. You made it possible, not us. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, Director.
Good morning, please. Your name and where you are. Yes. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Director. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm so happy and I'm so grateful, and I'm listening also to what somebody is, the last caller is saying about Peter Obi. Well, it's another milestone of joy that somebody like that do recognize you and recognize your voice and listen to Radio Biafra. I thank God for that. I don't want to go much in talking today, but one thing I want you to say is this. I'm asking David Cameron and Barack Obama, Hussein Obama, are they not tired of stealing our crude oil? Can somebody come to Britain and America to steal their belongings or their natural resources, or what God bless them with like this? I thought that they are, at least from what we are seeing, they are the number one people in the world. Why do they come into Biafra land and teach us how to steal? Why in their own country they don't steal? Now, Obama Hussein Barack Hussein Obama and David Cameron, why is it that The people you people accept as good people in this particular zoo called Nigeria are those people dumping billions and trillions of stolen, wretched African people's money in the US and in Great Britain. Why is it that these criminal politicians are the people they recognize as human beings? Don't they know that those money they bank in America, they bank in Britain, are the money for the less stealing children here? They are just writing, in Africa or in Nigeria, the education system is worse to be compared in the whole world. It's because they have stolen our money and bank in your bank. Okay, now, every time they will just bring some little change that has no meaning and say they are supporting Nigeria or the zoo in one thing or the other. Why are they supporting us? They with all the billions and billions of dollars and pounds, our criminals bank in their money, they just take the little interest, and come and deceive animals who call themselves human beings in the leadership of this country or the politicians or the president-elect. Even don't even ever say president-elect any longer, director.
I said terrorist elect.
Yeah, thank you. It's a terrorist that was rigged into office. There was nobody elected him. He was rigged into office. So putting elect or the terrorist elect is not a welcome development to me. It's a terrorist that was rigged into the seat by Obama and David Cameron. And the American Christians are there watching. What are they teaching us? They are teaching us to continue being criminals. And the criminals doesn't even care to come to their senses, knowing that Obama and David Cameron are deceiving them. We poor masses are here suffering. No education, no roads, no water, no electricity, no infrastructure in Biafran land. And then they are praising our criminals who come to their state, to their country to dump our money. Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, you are fighting people of God. You are fighting Christians. The wrath of God is there waiting for you. David Cameron, somebody has called last time and said, Queen Elizabeth, did she ever conceive children in her stomach? What she passed through before she delivered her children? And he saw children of Biafran land suffering. And that woman, Margaret Thatcher or Queen of England, she kept silent. Because they are stealing our products, because they are stealing from Africa. What are they teaching us? What legacy are they displaying to us? They will not stay in their country. They will not overcome the law in their country. They will respect the law. Why they want us to be disobeying the law in this country called the zoo, Nigeria? David Cameron, Queen Elizabeth, Barack Obama, and the good citizens of United States of America and Great Britain. We Biafrans, we need our freedom. We want to go back to our land. We are scattered over the world. Are you happy that Biafrans are in prison in America? They are in prison in Europe. They are in prison in Britain. They are in prison all over the world because of the evil you people are committing in our land. Are you happy that Biafrans are in prisons because of the evil that they came around? Because of the evil Barack Hussein Obama, you people are committing in Biafran land. That was what made Biafra citizens to run out of the land and scatter over the world and be sentencing to jail and prison every blessed day. We done the world power, the United Nations, human rights, listen to the cry of the Biafran. We don't want to die anymore. Come to our age. Finally, Director, do you know that in Aba, politics in Aba, what happened maybe last week? People of Umbaland, they carried their juju, that is their masquerade. They came inside the market and they were all with their gems. We were not saying that now. We must vote for OKZ as their son. And they never understand that this OKZ as they are talking. We do not have to OKZ as, but OKZ as received satanic anointing from theology, and they want us to follow the lineage of theology again. Is it possible?
No, no.
That is not. Nobody heard of this as even I myself, when I'm not yet listening to Radio Biafra, I say, had it been this has come out that the Umba people carefully bring him out in another party, every citizen or every not indigenous in this particular state will vote for an Umba man. But this has went and received satanic anointing from the governor, which that the governor has done evil in this state. How do they want us to follow suit or to follow the same lineage again? One could after serving the, although I don't need to go too far, but what I'm trying to say in effect is this. No non-indigenous in Aba, I am telling you this. But because of the from anointed is where the problem lies. Nothing more, nothing less. So, Director, let other people come in. Thank you very much. And I say that Chukwu Abiyama will go on protecting you. That you can never strike your foot against a stone. And all the crew members with you, heaven will protect you people. The Bible says, in the night, he will guide you with the pillar of light. God will protect you all.
And you too.
Go on, Director. In fact, anybody that tells you see, you have put in here, in fact, all the blood sound Biafras are already behind you. Even when some old men will say, no, when there's one old man within my eyes, when I say, no, but when you carefully listen to Radio Biafra, he come out to tell me that, Sonny, in fact, he supports you. He's with you. In fact, everything, he's the support of Biafra. Let Biafra come. And we are hoping, and we are waiting, and we are looking forward to receive that kingdom of God on this earth. In Chukwu Abiyama's name.
Thank you very much. And all of you listening, we are receiving your messages, including those of them listening in security agencies of the zoo. We don't want to say which are. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are?
I'm calling from Manchester.
From Manchester, please turn your system down. You calling from abroad should know the protocol. Please turn it down. Speak to us over the phone. Your name, please. We know you are in Manchester. What is your name, please?
Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you very well. What is your name?
My name is Odinze.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, I've been listening to this Biafran radio.
No, this is Radio Biafra, not Biafran radio. Radio Biafra, please.
Yeah, Radio Biafra.
Radio
Biafra. I've been listening to it.
Yes.
I've been listening to Radio Biafra, but something got me confused. There's another Radio Biafra 24.
Yes.
So please, I want to know, is it the same or is that one just different?
It is not the same and can never be. There is only one radio station speaking for Biafrans and for IPOB in particular. That is Radio Biafra. Do you think Yoruba will keep quiet? Do you think Hausa will keep quiet? They will try to confuse you. They will do everything possible to take your... This is for people on the Hanime. Here is Radio Biafra where the truth is spoken. They can try to copy what we are doing. That is their business. But the original is original and the imitation is the imitation. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much for the correction. Actually, I'm very, very happy that you've made it very clear to me. And I want to thank you for your work and everything that you've been doing. Chukwu Abiyama will prolong your life and give you wisdom as he has given to King Solomon to rule the land of Israel. I pray that God will grant you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Actually, I was in Manchester the day you came to Manchester.
Were you?
So at least I've seen you.
Okay.
So I really appreciate your good work.
Thank you.
I just say thank you very much, and may you continue the good work. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for that. People will try. They will try to say, oh, we are part of them. We are... Before you know, one day you'll be crying and you come here and you tell us, oh, it's true. And that time will not listen to you. If you want the truth, you come here. Radio Biafra. I said the world listens. If you go to Her Britannic Majesty and ask her, Queen Elizabeth, right now, she will confess to you that she too listens to radio. I said everybody does. Everybody does. Do you think they will try to replicate what we are doing? It's exactly what the devil did with Masop and the Wasurike. To create something to make you think, oh, they're fighting for Biafra, but they'll never fight for it. They keep leading you far and far away from your target. And those that realized said, no, we must go back to where we come from. And that is why we have remained resolute. Everybody listens to Radio Biafra. If you're not listening, that means you're a child of darkness. People will try to copy us, but you can never quite be us. We are exceptional. People have been going to about selling forms. That they are selling form for IPOB to come and join the army of IPOB. Nonsense around. Those are MASOP members. And then there was to Rime. Alamajiri, Igbo Alamajiri. Do not buy any form from anybody because IPOB, we do not sell forms. We do not sell forms or impose levy on anybody. We don't. We don't impose levy. No, we don't. If we want something to be paid for, we call countries and say, you pay this, you pay this. How they raise that money is their business. One person can give it to them and that's it. We don't say, this you must contribute every month. We are not in that. We are not tax collectors. No, we are not. We are the children of the Most High God, Chukwabiyama. And we are here to preach His gospel. Without fear or favor. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. Our lines are cutting for some reason. I don't know why. But let's try once again to see. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my dear brother. Please, your name and where you are.
Okay, this is the one name. I'm calling from Abba.
Thank you. Go ahead.
All right, sir. There is something I want to say. You know, when you are speaking concerning, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Nigeria, the Republic of Nigeria, presenting her as one of the best, among the best world leaders, I was laughing because the Republic of Nigeria don't have shame to present a woman of such caliber to that level. They are crazy and very stupid. That is, last time they launched, I think, housing scheme in Abuja. Go and ask them how many average Nigerians can afford the useless housing scheme they launched in Abuja. Yet they have the right to begin to present this stupid woman as among the best world leaders. What has she done for us? They have been selling our oil, in criminalizing themselves, deceiving themselves, thinking they are deceiving us. They don't know that we have opened eyes, and God has really opened our eyes. Why are they painting black white? These our leaders are crazy. These our leaders are so stupid and so myopic that we don't even know how to describe them. So when you are talking this morning, there is something I learned from your word. You said when you went to UNN to study, that they give you 15 courses to study. 15. But when you travel abroad, you are able to study only 4 courses.
Only 4 per term. Yes, 4.
Only 4. So you can imagine. Why is it that everything in this our damn name, the Republic of Nigeria, is cost? They make things difficult for people.
Deliberately. Hold on a second. Hold on. I said hold on. Hold on a second. You go to university, they admit you into university. They give you matriculation number. You pay your school fees. When they're supposed to give you a certificate, they say, come and do clearance. You should go and get all. The wickedness of a black person is amazing. They ask you to go and bring all your receipts, your matric gown, your matric number, your matric. If you're a medical student for 7 years to come and do clearance, what is that clearance I did not do before? So you did not clear me before and I'm writing exams. What was when I was writing? Oh, this place, eh? Chineke,
okay, sir. Oh, sir, imagine. Sir, imagine. You will still pass jam. You will still pass jam. For them to give you admission is trouble. Nigeria is cursed. This country is cursed. This country is cursed. And I believe this country is cursed. Our leaders are cursed. Look at stupid PO the last time that came to Aba? People told him pure water because of his evil. Do you know that after 4 days, this man came back to Aba with 4 helos, loaded with military and mobile policemen? He came down, was dancing at Abo Road, looking for somebody to throw pure water so that he will start shooting people. A tyrant.
Are you serious?
PAOD is a tyrant.
My God.
He's a wicked, evil leader. Look at the condition he has put Aba. Look at the condition Aba is.
His money is finished, I presume, or maybe the network couldn't let him. A governor came with soldiers and police and dancing. The order is, if anybody throws pure water at me, shoot the person. A human being. A human being. And you think white people are wicked. If I run a series of programs on black wickedness here, or some of you will run away. You will turn to Michael Jackson and start bleaching your skin. I'm telling you the truth. If you want to know wickedness, meet black people. Don't say whites are wicked because they're not. At least they have conscience. You people don't. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are taking your calls. Please call us from abroad if you can.
Hello?
The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, Director. Good morning.
Go ahead.
This is Mr. Solomon calling from Aba.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm from Uli, where that Biafra airport was built that time.
Yes, thank you.
I went there and discovered that the Radio Biafra have not reached that side. So, and I talked to my brother about this Radio Biafra. And I found that all of them would like to join this radio. But
yes.
The problem there is that they have not received the Radio Biafra. So I want to direct you, please try to make sure that the radio they will get it there.
Yes.
So I want to also thank you for the good work you have been doing. There is no good that we can use to measure the kind of work you are doing to us, to the Biafran. So I have to thank you for what you have been doing. And I pray that Super Biama will be with you always. In Jesus' name.
He said.
So,
he said.
Continue, please.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Please make sure that the Radio Biafra reach that side. I'm very, very serious. So they will join you too, if you can make it available to them. So thank you.
Thank you. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. You call, we take your call. We want to go everywhere. If it touches the heart of anybody to fund CHK in their village or in their state, you are more than welcome to contact us. And then we do it together. We can, 4 or 5 of you can get together and fund it. And then you can say, this is a gift to my people. By the time you know it, they will become enlightened. They will know so many things and they will be saved from poverty, ignorance, disease, and premature death. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, Director.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yes, my name is Obioma Udo from Aba.
Thank you very much, Obioma Udo. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I heard headline news this morning. What Ohanes is doing in Lagos. You know, they are just looking for their money for their pocket. Please, sir, I just want whether you can, give us their numbers so that we can tweet them. We can, call them and tell them what they are doing that is very, very wrong. I don't know whether you can help us with their numbers.
No, they are irrelevant. Honestly, my dear brother, they are irrelevant. Do they represent you? Do they represent you? Do Ohaneze and Igbo, Ndioshin and Diam and Diatro, do they represent you? I'm asking you a question.
No, they are not representing, but they are disgracing us.
Allow them. They disgrace Igbo. They're not disgracing Biafra. Our interest is in Lebanya, Ifajona Wazurike, because he is messing up Biafra. Biafra is of interest to us. They can do anything they like with Igbo. Who is Igbo? What concerns me is Biafra. If you play with Biafra, you are my mortal enemy.
That's another news you read yesterday. I was so happy of INEC denying result of Tionohi. You know, I was very, very happy about that, so that he will be a job hunter this year. I was very, very happy. And you know that in Aba here, we are living on top of Dosby.
I've been there. I've slept on one. I ate food in Aba.
All right.
I'm telling you, I nearly died. I ate food in Aba.
All right.
I don't know if the food, they got the water from the gutter or something. It was a horrible, horrible experience. I said then, apart from 2 places, I'll never eat in Aba anymore. If I go to your house in Aba as a fellow, I won't eat in your house. I'm being very, very honest. I will not. Because Aba is dirty. Aba is very, very dirty. Honestly.
Yes, sir. Do you know that in Omaya, there is it a Kiwe Road or somewhere like that? This man pursued many people in that place and began to build estate. One of the building of this estate, this man is building, is having up to 16 pillars. This man is just, reaching himself and reaching his family and keeping other people like this. So I don't know, is there any way we can, teach this man a little bit lesson?
We will, at the right time. At the right time, we will. What is happening is this is what people don't understand. Is the problem that Ikbazo has with Abia people, some Abia people. Is this?
Yes.
Ojus Okalo was bad. We were lamenting that Ojus Okalo is bad. People did not listen. Ojus Okalo handpicked Theodore Oji to replace him. Theodore Oji is now worse, 10 times worse than Ojus Okalo. The same thing will happen to anybody Theodore Oji picks. Anybody Theodore picks will want to outdo his master in evil. That person will be worse than Theodore Oji. Imagine what will happen. These are the things that people need to have in mind all the time. That sometimes evil also begot evil.
Alright, sir. Like the other day that I called, I said that our brothers who are people, because they want their brother to be on the power, all of them don't want to boycott this election. I was trying to explain to one of my friends that, Alex is also my own brother. I'm from Arochukwu, Igbo. So Alex is also my brother, but I'm not going to vote for any person because I'm fighting for Biafra. And they don't want to listen to that. But believe you me, many of my guys, we are boycotting this election tomorrow. God bless you and continue your good work, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And may Chukwu Abiyama also bless you. They are black people. I said before, I have studied the mentality, the brain of black people. There is more ignorance than common sense in it. You go and vote for somebody tomorrow. The next week you'll be crying. Oh, things are hard for me. You send me money from abroad. So you don't know that you use your election to get what you want. Election period. Because if you go to vote, they will rig it anyway. So the best way to compel them not to rig election is by not voting. So the world will know that you're upset and then ask you what is wrong. You then bring them to Aba. You don't say anything to them. Bring Oyibo to Aba and take them on a tour of Aba. After that, you say, bye-bye Oyibo. You see what will happen. How can you bring them to understand you're living on top of dustbin? How can you do that? Once you vote somebody in, I'll tell you what they're going to do. They will come with their trailer. They will, or their payloader. They will do one place and they will paint it. They'll put their picture. Oh, he's walking. Oh, change the second. After 2 days, some of you don't follow things properly, do you? In Biafra land, I said we will build Biafra for 75 years. 75 years. Morning, afternoon, night. We will keep building Biafra every blessed day for 75 years. Then after that, our grandchildren will enjoy it, not us. Not even our children. Our grand or even great-grandchildren will. And then they will remember you. They'll be mentioning your name the same way we say today about George Washington, about Jefferson, about Lincoln. That is all you get, is immortality. People will keep mentioning your name time after time after time after time. That is your contribution to your people. That is what you gain. Some of you don't understand this, do you? The caller on the phone, can you hear me? This is Radio Biafra.
Hello?
You are not paying attention. Your voice is too deep. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Good morning, please. Your name and where you are.
My name is Chima Sama.
Sorry, speak up. I can't hear you very well. What's your name?
I'm calling from Aba.
Yes, and your name again, please.
My name is Chima.
Chima who? Your father's name?
Samuel.
Your father's name is Samuel?
Yes.
You're not serious. I don't talk to idiots. Chima Sam. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? This is Radio Biafra.
Director, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
Director, my name is Osondo Okwo. I'm from Amechakonano in Enugu there in Biafra land, okay? And I live in Dublin, Ireland.
You are calling from Dublin, Ireland. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, Director, I'm just a very lucky guy this morning. I've been trying this line for months, and this morning I'm lucky to be true. Yeah, Director, I've been listening to the news, but I would like to take you back, to what you used to say about what your position will be when.
I can't hear you.
Back to it, for your past comments about what your position is going to be when Biafra is restored.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Go ahead, yes.
Okay, Director, you said that when Biafra comes, that go fishing.
Yes.
And I want to tell you that people hear that, they get demoralized. Biafrans have been battered. Our mentality, our brain have been destroyed for generations, decades, if you like. So, getting Biafra and leaving it for the same people whom you know that their brain has not been working for decades, that is going to turn us into South Sudan. As you make that comment, some people who would have wanted to come to support us will become afraid because we know who we are. We know we are nothing. An average Biafran, an average black man does not know how to reason. We must accept that. We need somebody like you that wields a stick of absolute truth. We need somebody like you that is completely fearless. Somebody that's going to guide us for at least 5 to 10, 15 years until our people have, our brains, discipline, love for nationhood, have been incorporated in our system. When we get Biafra and you leave, who are you going to leave Biafra for? For the same vandals that have kept us where we are now. I know you might have had your agreement with God that set you up to do this, but it cannot lead us halfway and abandon us there, because we wouldn't know our left from our right. With all due respect to the Biafrans, we must accept that we've been damaged for a long time. Please, I would like you to review your position, please. That's what I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for that. All the way from Dublin in Ireland. Those abroad, they are struggling. He's been trying for weeks. He finally got through. Thank you, my dear brother. And the sentiment you echo and you express is perfectly understandable at the very right time. I want you to trust in Chukwu Abiyama. Complete trust. Then so I said the coming of Biafra is going to be a miracle. So you'll understand there is God in heaven. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, sir. I called back. Is Nnamdi the one calling from Aba?
Thank you, yes. Yes, your light just went off.
Yeah, sir. I want to say something.
Go ahead.
You know, sometimes even our own people, we contribute in what is killing us, because we will always see good, we will cover it, then we would like to praise evil. Now, I don't see the reason why somebody as old as Thief, I call him Thief after Oji, TA means thief after orgy. Now, I don't see reason why, as a man as old as thief after orgy should be reading Adia State. An old man whom brain is already outdated. He has no good to offer because his own time is finished. I don't see the reason why somebody as old as Buhari should be elected to rule Nigeria. Well, sir, you have said it all. The reason why all these things will happen here in this country is because we are monkeys and baboons. Sir, I don't see the reason why somebody will have a enthusiasm to go to school. You are brainy, you are intelligent. When you now come, they will use policies and nonsense rule and regulation. The lecturers call is a kind of a process of doing things and frustrate you. Somebody who have been trying to go to school. It should not be so. They are making life very difficult for the youth. They are making life very difficult for the futures of tomorrow. Look at me, a youth whom blood is running in his body. I cannot lay my hand on anything to survive in this country. Whereas they are telling us we have billions of crude oil in our backyard. Yet, few families who call themselves the Oligarchic Republic of Nigeria are enjoying eating what God has given to us. I was telling one of my friends one day, I said, do you know that Nigeria, this Nigeria you hear about, is a company run by few families? The young man saw sense into it. So I tell you, our heart is boiling. Our heart is really boiling.
Then
our heart is really boiling.
Keep that frustration because we will burn this zoo down. We will burn it down.
Sir, I'm telling you, sir, that we are waiting to lay hand on AK-47. Oh my God, sir, you will not understand. My heart is bleeding. Because how can a man a young youth, who is vibrant, whose brain is hot, we woke up in the morning, you will not find anything to do. You will be rolling around the street like a clown. Whereas you have something upstairs. Oh my God, what is really happening? Orji Zakalu came, stole his own and go, put thief after Orji. Now, Orji has entered now. He wants to put another criminal, gentle criminal. I don't see how one tribe or one ethnic group will want to vote a leader. Now, what people say is our time. Okay, Zimbabwe must go. Have you checked him? Have you looked at the kind of person you are about to bring? I don't really understand how people are really dying. They are dying in ignorance, wallowing in darkness and blindness. Why can't they open their eyes? Let us change this life once and for all. God brought humanity into this earth for us to enjoy it. But why are we making things so difficult? So, have you ever seen buses that takes us to work or that takes us to various location we are going to in this town, in this our Geographical Republic of Nigeria? Looks like a vehicle in which they used to carry refuse. No vehicle, no taxi in this Geographical Republic of Nigeria is suitable to carry human beings. People are suffering. People are suffering. People are suffering. Oh my God. I was telling somebody, I said, if our country is like this, who knows how hell will be? I told my friend.
Hell is better. Hell is better.
So
it's better you go and jam Lucifer in hell than to stay here with Buhari, the terrorist. If you survive Buhari, you come to TA Orji. This place is brimming with agents of darkness and evil. Look at Obasanjo. Look at Obasanjo and look at an ape in Congo and tell me that as ugly as they are, so is their wickedness. An old man. So you don't know that the brain of a human being, as long as you begin to get older, you become very, very conservative. You are no longer innovative. You don't try new things. You don't take risk anymore. If a company manager or entrepreneur doesn't take a risk, how can you bring a product into the market? Who knew that iPhone was going to be a world hit? Who knew that iPad will do something? Who knew that 3D TV will work? It's a risk you're taking. Oh, Chineke and this. Oh, God. I don't know. Please. A little bit of common sense. That is all we're asking for. Not much. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please turn your system down. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is George Okechukwu. I'm calling from 4.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay. My able director, I want to thank you for your good work towards Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We are strong enough to stand to challenge you, establish and mountains in the Jew.
Thank you.
My God is Biafra. My life is Biafra. My target is Biafra. My focus is Biafra. Everything about me is Biafra. Those that call themselves politicians, their children are outside enjoying themselves, doing everything while we are here suffering. Suffering because of what? Nigeria is a Jew, right? You are totally right. And I heard everything about what people did say in Obenido. So we are strongly behind you. Go ahead. The people of Biafra help us. Help our Biafra. Somebody that made yesterday say that we Igbo, we are saying that we are not Igbo. Igbo is our language. We are Biafra. I have convinced many people to understand that we are moving forward. Forward ever, backward never. If I die in front of war of Biafra, yes, I am a saint. But if I die in this every war towards you, Nigeria, my brother, I don't know where I'm going. So it's better for me to die like a Biafra than to die like a coward in a Jew. Thank you, my able director. May Chuka Abiyama help you to achieve our goal. In the name of Chuka Abiyama.
Ise. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. We are live and we are direct, and this is Radio Biafra. If you're joining us for the very first time, we welcome you. This is an extraordinary radio station. The things you hear on this platform, you cannot get it anywhere else. That is why we are very unique. People copy us. And it's the right thing for them to do anyway. If they want to be relevant, that is. The caller on the phone, hello. Can you hear me? Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Chize Madibuko. I have come back.
Yes, go ahead.
Please, Director, I just want to ask only a simple question. You always say my question is simple. My question goes to David Cameron and Barack Obama. I want to ask both of them. David Cameron, how many years old are you? Barack Hussein Obama, how many years old are you? And why did you openly rig into office a man of almost 92 years, a terrorist, to become our leader? Obama and Cameron, that is my question. How many years old are you? Barack Obama, President of America. How many years old are you? David Cameron, Prime Minister of Great Britain. Then why did you tears openly in the dead light, decided to lie against humanity, decided to cheat against humanity, decided to rig against humanity, and they rigged in a terrorist into the office of this country called Zoo, a man of almost 90-something years?
Let's ask people to see if they can answer that very question. Let's ask them. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Director. Good morning.
Good morning. Why did Britain and America rig into office a 91-year-old terrorist? Why?
Yeah, my name is Ona Hashijoke. I'm calling you from World Bank precisely.
Thank you.
Yeah, please, Director, I must commend you on your good work. I really thank God for you, and I appreciate all your good work.
Thank you.
But Director, we're having a problem here. Since 4 days now, I'm not been able to get Biafran radio.
It is coming back today. Today, I promise this evening, it is coming back this very evening. We will speak today.
Okay. And I pray that Chukwu Abiyama will give you more strength and more wisdom to carry this work on. God bless you. And I pray that Biafra must come to reality.
I know it will. I know it will. He wasn't listening. So that was why he wasn't following the question, because Owerri has been out of commission due to sabotage. But we have now housed it where the enemies, in fact, where the person doesn't smoke Indian hemp. That's why I don't like Indian hemp. It brings in evil spirit. Go and check it anywhere now. Have somebody smoke Indian hemp around you consistently. You see what will happen to them. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Good morning, my director.
Good morning, my dear brother. Please, your name and where you are.
My name is Ejike Menwekigwe. I'm calling you from Owerri, Imo State.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my director, please, I have a complaint. For more than 3 days now, we have not been getting you in Owerri. I don't know what is the problem.
This evening, it will be better. I assure you.
Okay.
This evening, it will be better.
Okay, my director, thank you so much. You are doing a great job, and I'm happy to speak to you today. Keep on doing what you are doing, and Chukwu Abiyama will be your God.
He said, and also
we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. What you are doing, yeah, you may not be seeing the effect, but we are seeing it, and it's working. It's working. And I urge all Biafran not to vote on Saturday, come tomorrow, because there's no election. I'm not voting. My family is not voting. Anybody around me, I've been encouraging them not to vote, because we have been voting, and we have not had any result. So we need a change in our life. If it's like this in our generation, what is the fate of our children? So my director, please do something so that we can get you back in Owerri. We have missed you a lot. We have missed you a lot.
We are coming this evening to stop the election tomorrow. You know, okay, we are coming back this evening. Of course we will. Thank you very much. Thank you. Because tomorrow, throughout the whole day, I will broadcast. Tomorrow will be a world record. I may go out occasionally for refreshment, or, as my sister Obi will say, rehydration. But we will broadcast tomorrow. They will run away. We will be live and direct. They will understand how serious we are. We are not joking. Then they'll fight the shoe now anyway. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, your name and where you are.
Okay, I'm Obiloma Mo. I'm speaking from Osisioma. I'm at the New Park right now.
Thank you very much.
New Park.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I have tried more than 200 times. I'm happy that I'm able to connect.
200 times.
In fact, I'm very, very happy. The happiest man. I have gone ahead to find out the coordinator in Ada here.
That's good.
He told me to call him on Sunday. I will call him on Sunday. Anytime there's a meeting, I will join the meeting. I have listened to virtually everything you are saying. You are correct in whatever you are saying. I'm a veteran. You wanted to speak with a veteran the other day.
Yes, I wanted to. I love veterans. I love them. I love them. I want to speak to them wherever I go to. I'm telling you.
Yes, I am one.
Wonderful.
And I am one. I am nearing my 70 now.
I am humble. So I'm humble.
I'm nearing my 70 now. About 64, 65, or 66.
Oh, I'm humbled.
I'm very, very happy. I am somebody who refused to answer a Nigerian since after the war. They were asking me, if you are not a Nigerian, you are being paid by Nigeria. I say, yes, there are expatriates in Nigeria who are also being paid. I am one of such people. In fact, the good work you are doing, God has blessed you and will bless you more.
He said, and bless you too.
And I am of the opinion that your family will never lack anything. And it is correct.
He said,
I have heard the gospel. My radio is on now. I am outside my radio. So many people are listening to what I'm saying now because I gather people from the park. I am at the park.
Very good.
Both Biafrans and non-Biafrans.
Yes.
They are there listening to what I'm saying now. And I use my transistor radio, places where I am. and call people, and we have been listening. So, since I'm able to go through, I will come again, and I will go through again.
Wonderful.
May God bless you in Jesus' name.
He said,
I'm very, very happy that I've gotten you now.
And I'm also happy that I've spoken to a veteran, those that saved our lives, those that died instead of us, those that went into battle with nothing. They went into the war front as boys. Most of them came back as men. They fought very gallantly, and they honored this very country we call Biafra. We are fighting for today. Because of them, we lived to be able to proclaim the goodness of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, to the hearing of humanity. So we owe them a very huge debt of gratitude. Honestly, we do. This is Radio Biafra. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Director, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my dear brother. Your name, please, and where you're calling us from?
This is Chukwudugu on the line.
And where are you calling from? Chukwudugu, we have lost you. I presume that was as a result of unreliable connection from those of them that run telecommunications here in the Zoological Republic. All they want is money. All those promotions they do, what is it for? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, this is Chimezie Akalogo from this. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, and you're welcome to the program. The world is listening. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Director, I am very much happy on what you are doing and all you have been doing. I appreciate it, and I told you last time, I am willing to follow this work, and I'm willing to give some advices that is very, very important that will help us achieve our goal. Because I would like to have your private number so that I will discuss certain things that will help us do certain works. Please, I am very much happy. I want you to let these Catholic people know that completely and otherwise they are not worshiping the real God. They are not worshiping the real God. They are worshiping idols. And they have deceived the entire world by their actions and deeds. So there are so many things they have committed.
No, I don't think that is the case, actually. I think that most people that, in fact, every Biafran, let me put it this way, every Biafran who attends any church, including those that go to Yoruba churches, and especially Roman Catholicism, everybody does so in the quest and knowledge of Chukwu Abiyama. I believe so, very honestly speaking. The fact of the matter is that they are being misled. Not that somebody will consciously wake up and go and kneel in front of a statue, which is wrong. I am not saying that you should venerate any other name or worship any other name apart from Chukwu Abiyama. It is not correct. It is the people that brought this thing to us. I have said this thing before. Go and read Things Fall Apart, you will understand. Because I read Things Fall Apart 4 times to understand it very well. What the Achebe was pointing out in Things Fall Apart is that people joined it because they did not see anything better to join. Because at that time there was evil in our land. Ikemefuna have just been killed. And Woye asked the father, can you tell me the wrong that boy did that you went and killed him? What did he do? He's a fresh small boy. What did he do? And Okonkwo could not provide a satisfactory answer. Then Woye joined the church and said that this God that allowed this little boy to be killed is not worthy of praise. So when they went in search of the truth, anything but what happened was Chukwu Abiyama is there. God is in Catholic Church. I'm not saying he's not. He's there. Of course he is. But the complexities of man is blocking us from getting to him as quickly as possible. They put one ROC after the other. You go through this one, you go through this picture, you go through this chaplet before you get to Chukwu Abiyama. I'm not saying he's not. Of course he's there. St. Peter died because of this. And Peter was preaching the gospel. I'm not saying that God is not. That there is God, of course. And most of them do wonderful good deeds. Most of them do. But please, don't kneel or bow before any image. Please, I beg you. It is not of God. Chukwu Abiyama said, it doesn't matter if they say that very image is representing something in heaven. I think I must go to Exodus chapter 20. We are beginning to lose that. That is why I say it every blessed day. So you can go and I would prefer somebody to, I need Exodus to be chapter 20, verse 1 to at least 4 to be read in every language in Biafra land. Not just in Igbo language or English. Please. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my dear brother. Please, your name and where you are.
My name is Praise. I'm calling from Aba.
What is your name again? I will ask you one more time. What is your name?
My name is Praise. Or you call me Emma. I'm calling from Aba.
And do you know why I will not take your call this morning?
Please, can you tell me?
Because you don't know your name. When next somebody asks you your name, you tell them your proper name from the village and your father's name. That is who you are.
Now, I am sorry. I have to talk.
What is your name? What is your name for the last time? What is your name?
My name is Emma. I am calling from Aba. Yes, Aba South. That's where I am now.
He doesn't listen, does he? I don't think he got the message. But now he will. Do you remember Simon, the son of Zebedee in the Bible? You know, people, when I try to make this link with Israel, you don't understand, do you? And even in the Bible, in the scriptures, they will say this one is James, the son of Hosea. Because in our land, we don't ask you when we say what is your name. Is English is modern. We ask you one. You can never see an elder in the village say, "Oh, can you tell me that child's name?" He will say, "Can you tell me whose child that is?" When you give us your name on Radio Biafra, you give me your proper name. If you can, please add your proper father's name or your grandfather's name. The surname you're answering. That is what I want to know. Your name is irrelevant. Your father's name is more compelling than your own name. Can't you see it? Simon, the son of Peter. If there's anything like that at all in the scriptures. They will always tell you who gave birth to who. In some chapters, you see this person begat this person, begat that person, begat that person, in order to pay homage, to acknowledge you did not make yourself. Chukwu Abiyama made it possible for your father and your mother to get together to give birth to you. You must honor them, that your days may be long on this very earth. That's what it says. So, when an elder is saying, they are also honoring your father and your mother that gave birth to you, as is contained in the 10 Commandments given to Moses. You see, in the end, everything makes sense here, doesn't it? It does. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, Director.
Good morning, please. Your name and where you are.
My name is Uche Madabu Uche Chukwu. I'm calling from Aba.
My goodness. Please give me your name again, Otobugum. I love your name. Your name again, please.
Uche Madabu Uche Chukwu.
My goodness me. Uche Madabu Uche Chukwu on top of it. This is called double blessing at the same time. Please go ahead. We are listening. We are all listening attentively. Go ahead.
Yeah, Director, I thank you for your good work. And last night I went to our church. After next meeting, I raised the issue of Biafra radio. And the people are by the idea, and the people who haven't heard before, and I told them to listen to Radio Biafra. And I pray God, that He will give us Biafra soon. May God bless you in Jesus' name.
He said, those people that somebody is writing to me on WhatsApp, I don't listen to those people that criticize you. I love them because they make it possible for me not to become complacent, and I make it impossible for IPOB never ever to be complacent. I love criticism. I love them. It makes you better. Why is it that when they criticize you, you start going helter-skelter? I welcome criticisms. It helps you a lot become a man if you want to be one. Never feel sorry for us. IPOB is too strong. We have come through a lot of things, believe you me. The editorial board, the same. Through a lot of knocks, it doesn't matter. Each time we emerge stronger. If there are no critics, I create them. I love to be criticized. I love it. I'm telling you the truth, I love it. If there is none, I get very bored. I don't want to be praised. I want to be criticized. So that I can only get better. So that we can only get better. Through criticisms, you get better. Not through praise. Praise makes you complacent. Sometimes they think it makes you better. No, it doesn't. What pains you and makes you to work hard is to be criticized. So the more they criticize us, you know that something good is coming. Because we will cut down our sleep from the current 4 hours to maybe 2 hours. To make sure that his will be done here as it is in heaven. The
Hello?
caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes. It's Pastor Philip Johnson.
Pastor Philip Johnson.
Chukwuemeka Johnson.
That's better. What is your father's name? Is your father's name Johnson?
Johnson and Ekere.
That's better. Now you're giving us your name. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I'm calling from Omahia, sir.
From ndo Omahia one ha oh Chineke na nalo tito Omahia kwa. Ha. Thank God. Please go ahead. I never knew that Omahia people is capable of calling Radio Biafra. Do you? Can you hear me? Pastor, can you hear me? Pastor Bagoso. It could be the network. It could be the network. Please, I wanted to speak to this Pastor Johnson. Pastor Ekere, can you hear me? No. Oh my goodness me. I never knew my oh. I never knew they were into Biafra. I never knew that. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my dear brother. Your name and where you are, please.
This is Ogeneba Otobo.
Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Aba, but I'm from Delta State.
Where in Delta State are you from? Are you Isoko, Urobo? Are you from Ishekiri? Which part of Delta State are you from, please?
Urobo.
Thank you.
Local government.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to contribute to what you are saying because I like it very well. This is not exactly what I've been looking for since. Because we, the Urobos, we are oil producing community, but we have nothing there. We cannot say this is what we have there. When you go to our village, you see that people are suffering, crying. But when you find the Hausa Fulani men working all over all the old company we have there, they are the one that is taking over. So I don't really know what we do. Even our people, when we talk to them, they don't used to listen to us. Our chiefs, they are all collaborating with the Hausa Fulani. Even the Yorubas, they are all everywhere. There is no chance for us to work. We don't work again. We don't eat. So I don't really know how we solve this. There's no. That is in short. I don't really know what to do.
I know.
Hello?
I understand your frustration. The only solution lies in Biafra. Freedom is the only solution you have. Freedom.
Yeah, so
without freedom, you can never, ever, ever, ever enjoy anything that comes from your land. Hausa will always take it. When Hausa is satisfied, they take it to Niger Republic. When Niger people are full, they go to Chad. They will always look after their own and not you. So Biafra is the only solution. Freedom, total freedom for our people. All of our people. Not just for a section of the people, but for all the people.
Yeah. So, that is, we don't normally have this service in Delta State, in my community, Chopwest local government, Saple precisely, that is after you get at my village. So, we
have ordered the equipment for Urobo, Isoko, and the Shekiri. We have ordered them, and we are looking to have them installed between now and next week. You will hear what will happen in that part of the world. Be rest assured.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. and somebody will call after a while now to ask us, I'm not hearing from people from Niger Delta. Just watch and see what will happen. But it's from Urobo. Please, we are together. We said we are one. Ebendi Yoruba no was cause something hassle. Yoruba is crying. They are crying. We want to hold our people. Oh my goodness. We are together. Believe you me, we are together. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Director.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
This is Chukwudugu from Aba.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Please, Director, I have a question for you, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Please, some years ago in Aba here, we are the front line of this Biafra 13. And along the run, something went wrong, everything disappeared.
Yes.
So now, Director, I stand to be corrected. How am I sure you're not another Wazirike? Because I have been listening to this Radio Biafra since some weeks ago now. So if you are not, explain. And I said I stand to be corrected. And actually, I want to say is this: now we have all these chiefs that call themselves politicians in this country. How can Biafra be in existence? How can they allow Biafra to come in existence? And all these big men who have groups, who have 5 days, 4 days, 20 of them. Now, how can they allow Biafra to come to pass? That's my question, sir.
Thank you for your question, and I welcome it wholeheartedly. I welcome your questions, and I shall endeavor to answer you honestly. The things I have been able to do you think that the Wazirika has done it?
Come again.
The things that I have been able to do you think Wazirika has done it?
No. But you have gone far from Wazirika.
Thank you very much. That is number one test. Number two, do you know the first people to put the name of Biafra at the United Nations?
No, I don't know. Because I'm a born Biafra man.
I will tell you.
Okay.
Indigenous people of Biafra IPOB under my leadership. Do you know that the first people, do you know who banned Boko Haram in America? Who made it possible for America to ban Boko Haram for the first time?
I don't know, sir.
Indigenous people of Biafra. We petitioned every senator in the US, and after 48 hours, they called Obama and Boko Haram was banned. Are you aware of that?
I'm not,
Are you aware of the fact that we have an embassy right now, functioning embassy in Victoria, Spain, that the zoo, Nigeria, tried to close down, and we told them to go to hell? In Victoria, in Basque region of Spain. Are you aware of that? We have a functioning world headquarters in our embassy.
I'm not aware, sir.
Do you know that we are the very first people to remember the heroes that fought and died for us by building a center for them at Enugu? Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware, sir.
Do you know that we are the first people to bring enlightenment to Biafrans all over the world at the same time, the same minute, the same second, for the very first time? Are you aware of that?
You have proved me wrong.
I have not finished. Do you know that there is Biafra in over 88 countries of the world? Do you know, in over 88 countries of the world, we came out on the 30th of May last year and the whole world was shaking. Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware, sir.
Now you see, there are many things we have done and many to be done.
My director, before I pick my phone and call you, I have checked before I called. So I give kudos to you. May the Almighty God, my Lord Chukwu Abiyama, see you through. And I believe one day, in our living, I want to see the Biafra in my existence of life.
You will see it.
So I commend you, do a good job. We're on your side.
Thank you.
Almighty God will bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much. And for those, we are not jealous. If you are our brother or sister, you have been to Abuja, to Kaduna, to Sokoto, to Zungeru, you have made money, or you think you've made money, the chicken change you have, all well and good. We welcome it. I love people who work very hard. If you have worked hard and you have made your money, all well and good. I love that. But if you go and hold meetings for Biafra not to come, we will kill you. I repeat. If you go to connive with the enemies of this very effort we are making, we will kill you. And your blood will be on your head, not on us. That's all we need to say. This is Radio Biafra, and we must continue this very work that we are doing. Chukwu Abiyama asked us to come, and we must heed that very call. The time here now is approximately 16 minutes to 11 a.m. in the morning. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. I don't know if it is the limitations. Of course, it should be. The infrastructure here, communication-wise, is abject. Can you hear me, the caller on the phone?
Hello?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
I'm from Akwa Ibom. My name is Kufla Basi.
Thank you. Where are you calling from?
Basi. Akwa Ibom.
Abasi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you. What is the meaning of Abasi? Please tell me in Akwa Ibom language.
Abasi.
What is the meaning of Abasi?
Don't forget God. Don't forget God.
Thank you very much. And what do we call God here? Obasi. Obasi. The same thing that you call God is what we call God. Please go ahead.
Director, please. I'm from Akwa Ibom. It's important that I call you from Akwa Ibom. Our oil. Those people don't push our oil, please. But our farm, no cassava for our farm.
No cassava.
If my mother. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So if my mother plant cassava for farm, you know, be able to get anything for grant. We they buy something for market before we eat. Director, please try so that this thing will get here so that we go get something. And two of them I will give you power and strength to make this Biafra to get ahead. In Jesus' name.
He said, as I told you before, when was it? Was it 5 days ago? It's always 4 days. I said, those of them in Niger Delta asking for amnesty money, have you asked your mom in the village, if you go to the farm and plant something, can you harvest it? Our farming, people don't understand this. Our farmlands have been decimated due to contamination and poisoning. Some of us are dying of cancer because of oil exploration. But if you go, they say it's typhoid and malaria. Our dear brother is calling, his name is Abasi. And he said it's God. Don't forget God. And what is Obasi Binigwe where we come from? Is it not Chukwu Abiyama in heaven? And somebody will come from Damaturu and tell you are not one, you're not related. Abasi, Obasi, is it not the same thing? The same way that very soon Ibuzo. No, we're not Igbo. From Igbo Binozo to Igbo Uzo to Ibuzo. That's how language change over time. Even in day-to-day life, you can see it. Do you want to go somewhere or do you want to go somewhere? They mean the same thing. One is W-A-N-N-A. The other one is W-A-N-T space and then T-O. 1, 2, and 1, the same thing. English language, I tell you. Abasi, Obasi, the same people, the same family. One. I said one. If you're looking for those who are your closest cousins, it's Ibibio. The closest blood you have is Ibibio. Igbo, Ibibio, the same thing. Kwa Igbo means a branch of Igbo. Aka Igbo, that's what it means. Akwa Ibom state means branch of Igbo. The nama hinya. Oh, Chineke na mana mebere. You come here, we show you your people. And you go to Umunegi. Are you looking for them? We'll tell you who your relatives are. Idoma, Igala, Efik, Ibibio, Isoko, Ishekiri, Urobo, Ijon. And I will not mention Ogoni because Ogoni is Igbo land. Ogoni is Igbo. For your information. For your information. Ogoni is Igbo. For your information. I will call you back in a minute. We are live on air. My goodness me. My wife is at work and she's calling me. This is Radio Biafra. We must continue. Our work is relentless. Relentless, unstoppable. Ki here me kwensu no wa ko tuto na nsopuru niile dira ha nso gi chukwu ebube chukwu abiama in heaven. That is why we do what we do. We are nothing. We are mere mortals. Everything we do is to glorify heaven. Shame cannot befall us. Shame cannot come upon your children that profess and proclaim your goodness and your holiness to the hearing of humanity. That is why I can never be ashamed as to who I am. I am a Biafran, and Chukwu Abiama is my God. They call on the phone. Can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. I don't know. The lines are very erratic, but the calls keeps coming. It keeps coming. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, not at all. Not paying attention.
Hello?
The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Turn the system down. That is how I know those who don't listen. They keep saying hello, 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 and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Once you hear my voice, start speaking. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please, your name and where you are.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you. What is your name?
Yeah, this is the same person that called from home here, Pastor Philip. Johnson.
Yes, Pastor, I'm happy that you're back. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I thank God for what God is doing for Biafran. I appreciate God because from the first day I came in contact, I contact Biafra Radio on my sat. Since that day, my life has changed, and that of my family.
And you're a pastor. And you are a pastor. Even a pastor is confessing that his life changed. Please go ahead.
Yes, through the gospel of Biafra, it has changed my life drastically. Yes. Hello, sir.
Yes, we are listening. The world is listening. Yeah. Go ahead. We are listening.
So, I'm a little bit disappointed with our people here in Naija. The IPOB in Naija, they are not encouraging me. So I use my church for meeting. I've been calling for meeting. None of them is responding. So I don't know what needs to do. They keep on complaining about. Yes, sir.
We are listening. Go ahead. Go ahead and keep speaking. We are listening.
So please, sir. I don't know. I want you to help us. The CHK is not sitting. It's not here in Obakala. I'm calling from Obakala precisely. Precisely. So
yes.
We are not receiving it. I've been going out telling people about this Biafra issue. Some of them, I don't really know what's the problem with our people. I don't know because I think they are coward or what. They are afraid of police, this and that. Even the young men. So I pray that God, will continue to bless you and see you through. So as we keep on, trying our best to make sure that we organize the IPOB family here in Naija. I also thank Chidozi for the first time I met him. I saw humbleness. He's a guy that is humble, and I know he must have learned it from you. So I thank God for your life. I thank God that I pray that God will continue. God will continue to see you through. What this Omaha will stand by His grace.
Omaha is coming up. I suspect that Omaha by next week, Wednesday, maximum. Obakala will be saturated with this very gospel via CHK 97.6. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Everywhere we are going, everywhere. We need support. There are some people that have said, how much is a relay? We are building not a radio station, please. It's a relay station. Our radio station is where I am in right now. What we do is we draw down. Should I tell them what we're doing? Should I? Our voice, it needs to be propagated and transmitted further. So you catch what we are saying, even when you call, something catches it and puts it in satellite. So we use an equipment to draw it down from satellite, and then we push it out. It's like an amplifier. In fact, that's what we're doing. We are amplifying the Radio Biafra broadcast. If we put it in your village, we amplify it. Once it draws it down from satellite, then it pushes it out to the people so they can hear it. It's a very simple technology, which of course we perfected. You cannot see us there. You can, if our station in Owerri, which will come back today, our relay station, we call it relay because we are not there. We are not inside the station itself broadcasting. Every other media house, they are inside their station. We are not inside ours. We relay it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I said we are formidable. Exceptionally formidable. Exceptionally formidable. We continue our work. And this is, I love it this very morning. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? How can somebody call and say, can you hear me? And they drop the line. I'm on the Awasa, I'm on network, I'm on the Arana Bozi. I'm in this maybe. You know, the entity of hell will try all it can. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, Director. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please, if you may.
My name is Amobi Nwosu Ezenwa. I'm calling from Imo State, Nkwere.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead. Is Nkwere live this morning?
Yes.
Thank you.
Director, I've been very. I started listening to you 2 months ago, but actually I don't want to call you because I was doing some research how to bring this zoo down. And Director, I want to tell you, I have a contribution I want to make, not money, but I'm promising you I will be able to build you people a bomb that is being controlled by a word clock and a phone, mobile phone, which you can control the bomb wherever, even in America, you can operate it with your mobile phone. As soon as the phone rings, it will take off. So that is what I want to tell you. Anytime you people are ready, just contact me, Director. That is my contribution I want to do.
And you'll be contacted immediately. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. I said the zoo, we will destroy it. We have many already like him, but we need more because I love excellence. I love very neat and clean. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone is like they're in a place listening. Can you people hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Can you turn your system down, please? Your system is interfering. Can you please turn it down? Or you walk away from where people are. They will hear your voice, no doubt. Your name and where you are, please. Your name and where you are.
Hello.
Yes, please. What is your name and where are you?
I'm calling from Aba.
Sorry, what is your name? I'm
calling from Aba.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I've been trying your line since, but now I thank God I got it today.
Yes, you are very lucky. Go ahead. People try for months. Go ahead.
So we are talking about those people that don't pay attention about Radio Biafra. It's true, they are ignorant. Most of them don't even know how to even listen to Radio Biafra, or even they don't know anything about Biafra. So what you will do, you will take this and teach us how to do things and know how to follow you very well. So I'm an Abana and I want to join a family. So I'm joining a family.
And yes, you will join our family. Our family is there. You just go and you join them. It's not very difficult. You go to the family meeting and you join them.
I've already joined a family in Decade on the way.
Okay. You've joined the Owerri family. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good. And you keep listening, please, and keep spreading the message. Because we are not going to stop until Biafra comes and even beyond. We can never ever stop.
I want to join Biafra Army. I don't know how to.
Go and speak to your coordinator. Speak to your zonal coordinator, please, about joining the army of Biafra.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Speak to your coordinators, please. If you want to join the army, please go to family meeting. We need to know who you are. You need to know who we are. And then you will be recommended to us. there will be a recommendation. You will come to us and you will join us, and together we will march together and bring this very zoo down. Thank you very much, all of you that have called us this very day, that have contributed in one form or the other, in one shape or the other. We cannot thank you enough for your support, and for those of you about to give us some relay stations. We are waiting. We are waiting and waiting earnestly. I have spoken to 2 people about this, or asked 2 people to try and see what they can do. If we get those 2 relay stations, we will travel very, very far, because we have a new generation that we are looking to unveil. Once we have that, the depth and the thrust will be so much that larger areas will be covered in one strike. It is important that if you know, you can gather your friends together and then support us in that regard. That will be fantastic. Thank you very much, all of you, for having listened this very morning. Once again, we will invite you to join us later on this evening, 8 p.m. to be precise. If you never knew before, now you know that Biafra is indeed our religion. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship, because Chukwu Abiyama is God, and He will guide, bless, nurture, sustain, and keep each and every one of you and your families now and always. But more importantly, Chukwu Abiyama will bless Biafra. I thank you very much for listening this very morning, as we look forward to reconvening this very evening. From me, from here, this very second, it is simply good morning.
We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall